Welcome back to Giants Stadium in the Meadowlands with Jerry Glanville. This is Kevin Harlan. It is cool and it is windy, and these two quarterbacks will be fighting that wicked wind whipping around this stadium all afternoon long. There's a look at Vince Tobin, a defensive coordinator with the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. Now in his first year as a head coach. He did replace Mike Ditka for a couple games in '88 when the coach of the Bears, Ditka, was on the sideline. And his counterpart today, in his fourth year with the Giants, Dan Reeves, the winningest active coach in the NFL, and a huge win last week. Some people have called it one of the biggest wins the Giants have had under Reeves. And you can see his record against the Cardinals, 4 up and 2 down. To kick the ball off, Greg Davis, who had a rocky game last week against the Jets, and deep back is Tyrone Wheatley, who had an ejection come his way. Back with rookie Conrad Hamilton. It is windy here, and already we're feeling the effects as the ball, Jerry's been blown off the tee.
What they do is they take their safety, so the guy holding the ball on the tee will be the guy that ordinarily is the safety in kickoff coverage. So you don't lose much in your coverage. After the ball's kicked, the holder will get up and trail just like he would if he was not holding the ball.
Tito Paul will hold it. Giants and Cardinals, two Eastern Division teams, and here we go from the chilly Meadowlands. From the 2-yard line, this is caught by second-year running back Tyrone Wheatley, who takes it out to the 25-yard line, and the Giants will start there. First down and 10 yards to go, led by quarterback Dave Brown. Brown won the starting job back in 1994 against the Arizona quarterback today, Kent Graham. 6 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. On the line, Bishop Smith, who's playing great. Williams, Ron Stone, the former Cowboy, and Scott Gregg. He is a monster. In the backfield, Hamilton and Way, or rather Hampton and Way. They got Callaway and Lewis with Howard Cross as the New York Giants tight end. From their own 25-yard line, first down and 10 yards to go. Handoff goes to Rodney Hampton. And for a couple yards near the 27-yard line. He picks up 2, and that will bring up second down and 8 yards to go. Tackle made by Jameer Miller. Prior to this defense, which is coached by Dave McGinnis, who comes from the Chicago Bears. Rice, Wilson, Eric Swan, the All-Pro, and Michael Bankston, who's one of the best players you've never heard of. Miller, Hill, and Seth Joyner, the former Eagle, are in the linebacking core, with Bradford and Williams at the corners, and Alexander and Matt Darby, the hard-hitting safeties. Second down and 8. Little play action on second down for Brown with great time, and the throw is dropped by tight end Aaron Pierce, who caught a couple last week against the Lions. Coverage by Ronnie Bradford. It'll be third down and 8.
Well, Aaron Pierce was in for Charles Way. They're running 2 tight ends at the same time. They call him an H-back, and he's sent in motion, and that was a throw you got to catch. Right where it should be. Drop that ball.
Now he's throwing Jerry into the wind. As you see, the Giants have had a difficult time scoring on their opening possession, now facing third down and 8 yards to go.
This wind, I don't think will bother them though until he gets closer to the east end zone.
7 defensive backs for the Cardinals. Brown again with great time, and the wobbly pass is caught by tight end Aaron Pierce, who just dropped the play before, a gain of 24 yards, and he is shaken up on the play. He's out to the 49-yard line of the Cardinals.
And that's Aaron Pierce, and he got a leg cut. You'll see after the catch, he gets hit right on the knee by the defensive back. A nice throw down the seam and way low. Hit him right on the knee. And he's in trouble.
Kwame Lassiter was the guy doing the hitting for the Cardinals. We have an injury timeout here at Giants Stadium.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. By the new Lexus ES300, the road is calling. Answer it. By MasterCard. MasterCard, it's smart money. And by 7-Eleven. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven.
Following the injury timeout, Aaron Pierce taken off the field. We'll get an update just a second on him. Charles Way comes in. The handoff goes to Rodney Hampton with the big hole, and he's to the 42-yard line of the Cardinals. It'll be about 2 yards shy of a first down. Tackle made by linebacker Seth Joyner. And there you see Hampton, who last week against Detroit gained over 70 yards on the ground.
Little misdirection. You'll watch if you're playing defense. The line's pulling to the right along with the fullback Way, and that shook up the defense, and Rodney Hampton came opposite the blocking back and the pulling guard. Little misdirection trying to confuse the Cardinal defense.
And they continue to work on Aaron Pierce, who had just caught a 24-yard first down pass from Brown. Second down 3 from the Arizona 42, just underway, about 2 minutes gone from Giant Stadium. It's Callaway in motion, and Hampton, with a couple yards to go, plows his way through, has the first down to the 37-yard line before he's brought down by the Cardinals' leading tackler, Eric Hill. Great block up front from Lance Smith.
And they sent Callaway in motion. Callaway is maybe one of the best blocking wide receivers, and he did a good job that time cutting off the pursuit and allowing Hampton to run up through there.
Giant drive began back at their own 25-yard line. Now first down and 10 yards to go from the Cardinal 38. Again, it's Hampton. And he picks and weaves his way for a gain of about 6.5 to the 32-yard line of the Cardinals, where former Buffalo Bill defensive back Matt Darby brought him down. That time the right guard, Ron Stone, made a nice block.
And here's something I don't see on many. The flanker, Callaway, is going to come in motion and come inside the tight end to pick up the 8-man front. I haven't seen many teams. Here comes the safety up. Watch Callaway inside the tight end, and he gets on the safety. So building an 8-man front against the Giants are pretty clever. They put the flanker on the 8th man coming up inside.
Meanwhile, Hampton is averaging 5 yards a carry. Second down as Brown will take it himself. He's got to get to the 28 for a first down. He's got that and more as he slides to the 17-yard line. He needed 2. He got 12, and it's a first down for the Giants.
And he did a nice job there because people were covered. He had a little crack to throw, but not much. It was pretty tight coverage, and he saw the whole thing open up inside and made the right decision. Bootleg, his fakes are better ever since DeBerg's been coaching. DeBerg does a good job on making the quarterback sell the fake.
He was maybe the best we've seen.
Oh, yeah, he was excellent at it. He does a good job teaching it now as an assistant coach here.
Good-looking drive for the Giants, who don't have a lot of success scoring on their opening possession. First down and 10, 8th play of the drive. And that's the shortest gain all day for running back Rodney Hampton. No gain. Simeon Rice, maybe a half yard is what they'll place it. Bob McElwee's crew here at Giant Stadium today. This drive began back again at the Giants 25.
Again, if you're a Giant, they run for a living. But watch this wideout. He's the best I've seen. Here's a wide receiver, and boom. He gets that defensive man on the ground. That's Miller. He gets him on the ground instantly.
And he's only 5'10", 191 pounds.
Watching the film, that's what stood out for me. Even when they run an inside run, he gets involved in helping the running game. Here's an all-out blitz, Kevin.
Here they come on second down and 10, and the handoff goes to Hampton, and they wrap him up well with Jameer Miller. He's their best pass rusher, but that time Jerry read the run well for the Arizona Cardinal defense.
Well, you're at home, you read the blitz, you got to change the play. Dave Brown there, I don't know what the call was, but he was up inside. He had time. You look at the clock. If you got time, you're not going to take a penalty. You have to change that play. You can't run up inside with people coming in the A gap and the B gap from the secondary.
Third down and 13. 4 wide receivers.
No backs in the backfield. Nobody in the back. 5, Kevin.
Here comes the blitz. Brown is whacked, but he gets the pass away, but short of the first down. The catch is made at the 13-yard line by Thomas Lewis. He is the leading receiver with his 30th catch right there. That's a gain of 9, and they're 4 yards shy. So they'll try a field goal, and on the field coming is Brad DeLuiso.
No backs in the backfield, and here comes the blitz, roaring right at Dave Brown, and he takes the shot and keeps on ticking. They had nobody in the backfield, so the Cardinals, they sent somebody after the quarterback with no backs back there.
Brad DeLuiso against Detroit last week, kicks of 38 and 32 yards. This will be a 31-yard attempt. Holding is the punter Mike Horan, and he bangs it through from 31. So a 24-yard pass completion to the now injured Aaron Pierce sets up a 31-yard field goal. The Giants score first. Well, when your team's won a world championship in Major League Baseball, you can afford to look good and wear the sunglasses on a sunny day here in New York, and a windy day as again for a second consecutive time we've seen the ball blown off the tee, and DeLuiso will try to put it up moments after he just kicked a 31-yard field goal to put the Giants on top by a count of 3-0.
And they, too, have lost their safety for the holder.
Marcus Dowdell is deep back. Holding is Omar Douglas, who is a backup wide receiver. And yet to make a catch this season. The wind will be in the face of the kicker. And here we go with the Giants on top 3-0. Leland McElroy, who had a 90-yard return last week, takes it from his own 12-yard line. And McElroy, the rookie out of Texas A&M, is finally wrapped up at the 24. The first hit put on him by fellow rookie Conrad Hamilton. Let's take another look at that injury to Aaron Pierce.
He'll come off the left side of your screen and watch the defensive back duck his head and hit him right on the left knee. He lands on his face, but the face isn't the problem, the knee is.
Sprained left knee, probably out for the rest of the game is the word we get from the sideline. From their own 24-yard line. First down and 10, handoff up the middle. LaShawn Johnson, who has been playing some great football, had over 80 yards last week against the Jets, picks up a quick 8 right there. And there's 28-year-old Kent Graham, a former quarterback here in New York, lost the duel with Brown, went to the Detroit Lions a year ago, never took a snap. Cardinals signed him during the offseason. Good line, Brown, Love, Graham, Redmond, and Joe Wolf. In the backfield, LaShawn Johnson just carried, blocking and catching fullback Larry Sanders, Moore and Sanders the wideouts, and Pat Carter is the blocking tight end as Larry Sanders is sent for a minimal gain. And Keith Hamilton, back on the line today after knee surgery a couple weeks ago, makes the stick.
That's something, coming back after knee surgery that quick. And what a great hit that was. Now they switched fullbacks. The first play, if you see 45 in there, Cedric Smith, it's a lead run. Now they've got Larry Sanders back in there, so you'll know sitting at home whether the fullback's 45 or 37 what they're going to do. They don't like to run with 37 in the ballgame.
Long yard to go, third down and 1. Sanders in motion. The handoff goes to LaShawn Johnson, who is stuck and brought down. Great play by Chad Bratsky. And the Giants defense flexes their muscles.
And you look at the Giant defense, and the record's not what everybody wants, but they've shut down some good football teams, including the Minnesota Vikings.
Bratsky just made the tackle right there. Linebackers include Miller, Widmer, and Jesse Armstead, who's a good one. In the secondary, the cornerbacks Randolph and Sehorn. Philippi Sparks is out again today. Wooten and Campbell are the safeties. Fourth down and 6 to go, so here's a punt. Fiegels sends it to the 20-yard line where it's fair caught by Thomas Lewis. A 52-yard punt with the wind at his back. Giants will get it for a second time, up on a 31-yard field goal, 3-0. Next week, it's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader when the Packers take on the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cowboys take on the 49ers in one of the most anticipated and talked about games of the season. Plus other exciting regional action. It all begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check local listings for the game and the time in your area. Right here on the Fox Television Network, Tyrone Wheatley in the backfield with the pitch on first down and 10, and tries to turn the corner and gets to the 20-yard line where he is bumped out of bounds, shouldered by Jameer Miller.
And I look at Tyrone Wheatley. He's a toss sweep guy. He's a long strider. He steps high, but he's a toss sweep guy. Look at the difference in these two quarterbacks both being there. The biggest difference is TDs to interceptions. 9 TDs to 2 and 6 to 9. But a lot of that can be because of your offensive line, not just the quarterbacks. There's a lot of factors have to go into that stat.
Giants held the ball on an 11-play, almost 6-minute drive the first time they had it. Second down and 9 right now, and a little play action by Dave Brown with the rush coming in, the sack recorded by the 3rd pick overall in the draft, Illinois' Simeon Rice. His 6th sack, and down is Dave Brown.
And he's a tough guy, and he's hurt, but his left foot is wiggling on the ground. When your foot is twitching, this foot was twitching, and you're not doing it. He'll come from inside on a twist. There's 79, Rice, rookie. He was on the all-rookie team for the first month this year.
What does it mean when you see his foot twitching?
Well, it's usually a pinched nerve. Something's hurting, because I saw his foot twitching, and he wasn't doing it. And he tried to get up to get the ball. He's trying to crawl, and he can't crawl. Look at him. That's a guy with a lot of courage trying to get a ball. Now, look, watch his left leg there. When I saw his foot moving around, you got an injury.
Also in this case, there's the rookie in the 4th round pick out of Florida State, Danny Kanell, who made his first appearance last week when he was kneeling down at the end of the game. They pulled out a very successful Dave Brown in Detroit. Danny Kanell has not thrown a pass in the NFL, although he has been elevated during the season from the 3rd inactive quarterback to now the backup, and they've demoted Stan White.
Dave Brown has been sacked more than any quarterback in the National Football League. And if that continues to happen to you, you get hurt. I don't care who you are or how tough you are. If you lead the league in getting sacked, you're looking for an injury before the year's over.
So this is New York's 2nd injury today. Aaron Pierce has already gone for the game with the knee. And they bring in the rookie, Danny Kanell, who is faced with a monstrous 3rd down and 15. Wheatley is in the game. They've also got Cross and Brian Saxton combining as tight ends. Now played for Bobby Bowden down at Florida State. Had success down there. And enough success between White and Kanell that they let go of Tommy Maddox, who we all know that Dan Reeves really liked.
Dan liked Tommy Maddox, but as we did games with him playing, I saw enough of him. I don't know Danny Kanell, but I don't want to see another Maddox anyway.
So a new actor is on the stage on Broadway. Rookie Danny Kanell. 3rd down and 15. And they come right at him. This will be his first NFL pass, and it is dropped by Lewis. A penalty flag thrown on the play. The coverage by veteran D.J. Johnson. That's against the Cardinals. That'll be a New York first down.
And you bring in a rookie quarterback. They brought Seth Joyner right after that rookie quarterback. This Danny Kanell got welcome on the first play.
It's number 44, first down.
Watch 59. Whack. He's got the rookie quarterback. They're going down. And here's the pass interference. There's Lewis on a fade route. Close call.
D.J. Johnson, the former Atlanta Falcon and Pittsburgh Steeler, was covering. Hampton is back in the game. A 19-yard penalty for all intents and purposes. First down and 10. And Rodney Hampton got a block from Charles Way and then finds his way to the 38. And he picks up 4. Matt Darby makes the stick. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Good block from Howard Cross along with Way.
Well, last week they were throwing on 1st and 10. Talking about the Giants. They're throwing the ball on 1st and 10 and mixing it up. Every 1st and 10 so far today, 5 of them has been a run. So they're back to playing the old way. I don't know if the wind or the cold weather. And now with a rookie quarterback in the lead, they'll probably keep on running that football.
2nd down and 6. 3-0 New York. We're in the first quarter. Handoff, and Hampton dives for a couple. He's out to the 41. That will set up 3rd down and 3. Hit first by Eric Hill, who missed a lot of practice this week with an upper respiratory problem, but he is playing and starting today for the Cardinals.
And that was unusual. Along with Way leading up through there, they were pulling Ron Stone. And what we saw on film, the guy to pull, the guy that does a great job leading the play right now is Lance Smith. And they pull the other guard on that play.
Brown is flat on his back as they're trying to get the cobweb shaken. They're going to take him off the field, Jerry. They're going to take him into the locker room.
I think maybe he has a pinch something, you know, like a disc or something, the way that foot was twitching.
A 3rd and 3 pass by Danny Kanell. Whistles over the head of Thomas Lewis. It's incomplete. Coverage by Ronnie Bradford, the former Denver Bronco, as they take off the starting quarterback, Dave Brown.
Well, as tough as he is, if anybody can come back and play, I know what's inside this guy. This guy's got guts and he's got courage. If he can come back, he'll be back.
So they've lost Pierce, they lose Brown, and here's Mike Harlan for the first time today to punt.
Low snap.
And into a win, and Harlan, who is a directional kicker, lets it land at the 15-yard line by backup wide receiver Marcus Dowdell, and Dowdell finding room, and he's finally knocked out of bounds, and a fumble on the play, and it's recovered by the Cardinals at the giant 46-yard line. So great beginning field position for the Cardinals. A 42-yard punt by Harlan, a 37-yard return by Dowdell. Tackle and the knockdown made by Maurice Douglas, the former Chicago Bear.
He made a nice cut right up through the first 2 people down. Then he's got the speed to outrun the contain man. And Mo Douglas saved a touchdown. That's Mo Douglas. They didn't double the wideouts. There's the double right there. He's on his back. He gets shoved again. But Mo Douglas, the special teamer they brought in from the Bears, keeps chasing, keeps working, and stops the touchdown.
So great beginning field position from the 45-yard line of the Giants for Arizona quarterback Kent Graham, who guns a pass to Frank Sanders, a pickup of 11. And it's a first down as we pick up this McDonald's game break. Returning now to our Fox Television Center and say a good afternoon to James Brown.
And good afternoon, Kevin. Take a look at this drive that Ty Detmer engineered. 13 plays, 74 yards. Ricky Waters, 5-yard TD run, all tied in Irving. Back to Kevin Harlan and his Jerry Glanville in check.
James, he looks like $1 million.
You said gun on that last play by Kent Graham. You can hardly see that ball with all those RPMs and all that velocity on this man's pass.
The wind is at his back. First down and 10 yards to go. And the end around, Johnson gives to Anthony Edwards, and he's tackled in the backfield. Great play by number 77, Chad Bratsky, the second big defensive play he's turned in today.
Let me say, Chad Bratsky not only had a blocker on him, he had 2 blockers on him if you count the quarterback. And he knew the reverse was coming, and he does a great job of never surrendering the outside. He's 77 right here. Watch him upfield. He sees the back trying to chip him, and now he'll see the quarterback come around and try to bump on him, and he just keeps working his way through those 2 little pencil necks. Makes a great tackle.
So a loss of 8 yards. Bratsky with his second big play of the game. Second down and 18. And Graham again throws low, and this is incomplete. Jason Sehorn was covering the wide receiver across the way, Rob Moore, the former New York Jet.
I watched Jason Sehorn last week against Detroit shut down a pretty good receiver named Moore. And I cannot believe the feet. Watch his feet. Watch his footwork. He never gets in trouble, slides and drives. He's on the ball before the receiver.
Graham, who began college football at Notre Dame, then transferred to Ohio State, has platooned 4 wide receivers. Third down and 18 from the gun. And we had some contact, and they'll blow that play dead in mid-motion. Now the question is, were the Giants induced, or did they jump?
Encroachment, 75 defense. Encroachment, 75 defense. 5 yards, third down.
As soon as the official figures which team 75 is on, we'll get the correct penalty here. Right in the middle, watch him jump.
That's Hamilton with the bum knee. He had knee surgery 2 weeks ago, and here he is starting today.
Modern medicine with the scopes where they used to have to cut you. Now they just go in and put a little hole, but that's still a lot of courage for Keith Hamilton to come back that quick.
As you saw, it's a well-disciplined Giants team. They get very few penalties. Third down and 13, again from the shotgun Graham. Good time, and he swings the pass for a first down to the 20-yard line, caught by Rob Moore, and that's a pickup of 18 yards.
That ball, this pass is not what he usually throws. This is not the high RPM. The zinger. That one's got a little wobble on it, and he usually throws a better pass than that, but it got there.
You like his arm so much, yet he didn't make it here. Didn't make it in Detroit last year.
And you wonder why, because I think all he lacks for being an all-time star here is experience. I think if he plays, he can be as good as anybody with his gun that he has for an arm.
Sweep on first and 10 goes to LaShawn Johnson. He finds minimal gain as Corey Widmer came from his linebacker and knocked him away. He is the Giants' leading tackler, number 90. It'll be second down and 9.
And Duval Love is the left guard, and he's the guy that pulls and leads. Watch him jump out of here. It'll be the left guard. There goes 67. He's the guy that leads it up through there with Larry Centers. If you're a Giant fan, he's the Lance Smith for the Cardinals. He went all, did all that running, didn't do enough hitting on that play.
Just got the update on Dave Brown. Back spasms, questionable the rest of the way. Second down and 9. You got him to go again. There goes the flag, and the pass is low, intended for wide receiver Frank Sanders. Somebody was jumping on that one.
I talked to Kent Graham. I said, if you throw a ball right to a linebacker.
Defensive left tackle. 5 yards, second down.
I said to Ken Graham, if you hit him right in the hands like he did just then to Jesse Campbell, the ball is so fast and so hard, they won't hang on to it. Linebackers catch passes from linebacker coaches who have no velocity on the ball. His ball is so hot and so fast, I don't think he has to worry about an interception. He'll throw it right through the guy.
With the Giants, he did start 4 games, lost all 4, but not very impressive. Second down 4, Giants lead 3-0. LaShawn Johnson sent right into the teeth of the Giants defense. Jesse Campbell came up to drill him. And that's a gain to the 13-yard line. They need to get to the 10, a gain of 1. That will set up 3rd down and about 2.5.
All right, the key is 45. Cedric, when he comes in to run the lead. He's hunting for the tackle. He actually whammed on the tackle. Not much yardage, but now the other quarter. Ken Graham's in.
Well, watch him on the handoff. It looked like he may have twisted an ankle.
The quarterback he's flat on his. The quarterback is down.
Graham may have, and we had it from that end zone view, as you see Boomer Esiason warming up, may have twisted an ankle as he was just making a simple spin move in the backfield and an injury timeout.
Watch the quarterback as he spins out the handoff. He breaks down without contact. Nobody will touch him. And they're looking at his knee. Right there, he breaks down like a horse coming down the stretch. And he just broke down. They're helping him off now. It looks like his left knee.
Initially, you thought maybe he twisted an ankle, but it is the knee that they're looking at, and he is still having he is really in pain. And here comes Boomer Esiason, the former New York Jet quarterback.
And he gets a boo. The Giant fans still don't like those old Jet players.
So Boomer Esiason comes in for the first time in about a month as Kent Graham, who is looking so forward to taking on his counterpart Dave Brown. Brown is out with back spasms. He's out with the knee. New quarterbacks in the game. We're still in the first quarter. 3rd down and 3. Boomer Esiason with Larry Centers in the backfield. Centers the call. He needs to get to the 10, and he's going to be short, getting as far as the 11 as Michael Strahan came in with a nice hit for the Giant defense, and out trots the field goal unit led by kicker Greg Davis.
They tried a trap with Duval Love with Larry Centers following him. Watch the left guard. Tries to trap out Robert Harris. Robert Harris makes him bounce outside. That's called a spill, and bounces him right into Michael Strahan. And Michael can play as good as anybody. You bounce him to him, you've got a long day.
So the Giant defense holds the Cardinals to just a field goal attempt. This will be a 28-yard attempt, and the kick by Davis is blocked. It's blocked by the New York Giants. It may have been 6'6" Scott Craig, who is an offensive lineman who plays on the Pete DeCamillis coach special teams.
I really think he's about 6'8". He's a huge guy. I think they bring in that offensive tackle to get his arms and his hands up because he is so tall. Right there, you can see 74, and he got his right hand on the ball.
So that is a huge play for the Giants, who still hold on to a 3-0 lead.
Watch number 74 right here. Well, I don't know. It didn't look like he really got. It looked like maybe even Corey Whitmer got on that thing.
So on downs, the ball is back to the Giants, and here comes Rodney Hampton, plowing his way for a gain of 5 to the 25. Michael Bankston brings him down. So the Cardinals, who got the 37-yard punt returned by Dowdell, an 18-yard pass to Moore, can't cash in. The Giants defense holds.
That's the end of the first quarter.
The Cardinals in the process lose their starting quarterback indefinitely. And so that was all in the first quarter. A wild one indeed for the Meadowlands. 3-0 the Giants on a 31-yard field goal. We're back after this. Dave Brown, the quarterback of the New York Giants in the first quarter, injured on this play. The sack by Simeon Rice back spasms, taken off the field. And then on this play, the starting quarterback for the Cardinals and Brown's former teammate, Kent Graham, sprained a knee. He will not return. We begin the second quarter with the 2nd down and 5. Danny Kanell is the Giant quarterback. And a drop pass by Chris Callaway. That's incomplete, and that will set up 3rd down.
And Danny had that ball close enough. It should have been caught a little bit to the outside, but close enough that Callaway's got to make that catch.
Also lost in that first quarter was tight end Aaron Pierce. A left knee injury. We haven't seen him since he went down. What you see there kind of goes counter to what the Giants have been doing so successfully. They've been opening up their offense a little bit more.
They're back to running on 1st down, and now they got 2 backs set on 3rd and long, which is very unusual.
3rd and 5, and that ball goes sailing through the hands of Howard Cross. Tucker Bennett, the rookie free agent from UCLA, was covering, and the Giants have got a punt for a 2nd consecutive time as Danny Kanell, in replacement of Dave Brown, has missed his first 3 passes.
Well, Howard Cross is the blocking tight end. They really want Aaron Pierce in there to make the catch to keep the 3rd down going, and he went out so early in the ballgame. He went out on that first series, so they lost the quarterback and lost their 3rd down tight end.
Moran fields a low punt, and the wind is at his back, and he gets off a beauty. Dowdell, who returned it 37 yards the last time for the Cardinals, is run out of bounds at the 28. Shoved out of play by Jesse Campbell, a defensive end. 55-yard punt by Harlan, 9-yard return by Dowdell. We're at Giant Stadium. We're going to see Boomer Esiason once again.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Plymouth. One clever idea after another. That's Plymouth. By IBM, solutions for a small planet. By McDonald's, official break of the NFL. And by 1-800-COLLECT, the way we call collect today.
Kevin Harlan, Jerry Glanville back at Giant Stadium. Boomer Esiason replaces the injured Kent Graham out the rest of the game with a sprained knee. He wasn't even hit on the play, and he's gone. 1st down and 10 from the 29-yard line. And Esiason being chased. Michael Strahan hit him once. The pass away and caught by Larry Centers, one of the most prolific running back receivers in the NFL. He picks up 6 right there. Tito Wooten knocks him out of bounds. That'll set up 2nd down and 4.
And a good job by Boomer pulling his leg free. Had good pressure on him. There's Michael Strahan. Had a hold of him, got away. And one thing, if you're a Cardinal quarterback, you always try to find Larry Centers, because he's not going to drop the ball on you.
Makes his 54th catch of the season.
Audible. Change the play. Boomer's changing everything.
2nd down and 4. Handoff to LaShawn Johnson. He was stuck after a gain of 3 out to the 38. Corey Widmer makes the stop. That'll set up 3rd down and 1.
Nice job by the Giants. When Boomer changed, the Giants changed. He read the defense, he changed the play, and somebody up front for the Giants did a good job, and they switched into a 46 look, so there really wasn't much running room in there.
Esiason, a 4-time Pro Bowl quarterback, mainly with the Cincinnati Bengals, but he did have a short stint here in New York with the Jets, and a disastrous trip it was.
He told me yesterday he had a lot of games in this stadium where he got booed a lot. He may get booed here again today.
Smith and Centers in the backfield. 3rd down and 1. Handoff to Cedric Smith. And again, the Giant defense sticks him and brings him back. Looked like the entire team picture had a hand in that tackle. Giant defense has really played well.
And you watch the Giants. I mean, last week, everybody said what a great job they did stopping Mitchell in the passing game. But they also stopped a pretty good back over there named Barry Sanders.
They limited Barry Sanders last week, Jerry, to just 47 yards. Today, the defense of the Giants, which arguably is their strength, has forced 2 Arizona punts, held deep in their own zone, and then blocked the field goal. So far, they're pitching a no-hitter.
And you got to look at Arizona. They got 9 rushes for a total of 3 yards. So the Giants, once again, defensively, the story in New York is the Giants' defense.
14th overall, 6th against the pass, and you see Jeff Fiegels for a second consecutive time to punt for the Arizona Cardinals.
And the Giants are playing for a fake. They're playing a punt safer, so there won't be any. They left the regular defense in there. If you look at the Giants defense right now, this is not the punt return team. They're looking for a fake, and they're playing anything but a punt.
Eagles gets it high. Thomas Lewis waving it, and fair catch at the 10-yard line. That's a punt of 52 yards into a pretty brisk win by Fiegel. As the Giants take a look at what's going on. Leading 3-0. Oh, they didn't spend a lot of time on that nice sign there. Signifying that as a Cardinal truck, but they do spend a lot of time looking at the quarterback, Kent Graham, who is out for the game with a bad left knee.
So if the storyline sort of changed for this game, we thought we were going to see ex-quarterback going against ex-quarterback. And right now, I think it's going to turn into a running game. It's going to find out who can stick the ball on you. Smash mouth football.
Worst beginning field position for rookie Danny Kanell. That is helped greatly by Rodney Hampton taking it out to the 24-yard line. Got a great block from Charles Way. It's a pickup of 13, and now it gives the Giants some breathing room.
Well, Charles, show me the way. He's the leader. Follow me. Charles, show me the way. Come on, Hampton. I think this is his longest run of the year. His 9 yards was his longest prior to this. And one thing about Thomas Lewis, he's not blocking downfield like Callaway. Lewis got to get out of the way. He's either got to block or get out of the way himself.
First down and 10. 3-0 Giants on top. 12.5 to play in the half, and a throw by Kanell is incomplete. Pressure up the middle by Jameer Miller.
And that's not the young quarterback's fault. He read the blitz. The strong safety's free, nobody to block, so the receiver's got to read it and break the route. He's reading this. The quarterback reads the blitz. Watch him come. They got one more they can handle, and you got to run a quick out. And the wide receiver didn't. The wide receiver's got to read it with the quarterback. That was Callaway.
It's a game of numbers.
Both the wide receiver and the quarterback got to make the read, so the visual audible quick out is there.
Second down and 10. Wheatley was in the backfield and got the call before the yellow was dropped down the field. And it's a penalty against the New York Giants.
Illegal snap on the center. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Illegal snap usually means you start the snap and then you don't complete it. Then you get a hiccup and then you bring it. Let's watch the ball, see if we get a hiccup on this. Yeah, oh yeah, there was. Had a little hiccup. Hiccups are illegal with the center. And that's their best player, Brian Williams. I asked the quarterback, I asked Dave Brown, who's the best lineman you got? He said, Brian Williams, he's the best. But watching film, I like Lance Smith just the same amount as I do Brian Williams, the left guard.
Second down 15 after the Giants are assessed their third penalty. A little shovel pass, and it was almost fumbled by Tyrone Wheatley. Simeon Rice was all over the play.
Guess what? That looked great in practice. When nobody was going live, that's one of those plays that look real nice on a Friday with no shoulder pads or helmets, but they get why he's going to spit past it, flip it underhand. Oh, nice job by Simeon Rice. Here's a youngster. Here's a rookie that plays pretty good. Had a bad knee. He had a hyperextension on his left knee and slowed him down for a couple games, but he said yesterday he's about 80% well.
Third down and 18 for Danny Kanell. He gets the block and he moves out of the pocket and throws a wobbly pass, which is incomplete. Looking for wide receiver Thomas Lewis. Coverage by Ronnie Bradford, and the Giants have got to punt the ball.
And Danny Kanell did a good job escaping. He did a terrible job throwing the ball. You'd have to give him an A for escape and a what are you doing for the throw. All kinds of pressure inside. Now that's nice. Get away. Nice little block. Oh, wasn't that bad a throw. Good job by DB stripping the ball out of Lewis. We got to see Lewis do something. Hadn't made a block, hadn't made a catch. He's got to earn his pay today. The quarterback's out.
Third straight punt for Mike Harlan. This one down the middle to Marcus Dowdell from his own 35-yard line. He gets a block. And Dowdell by midfield and into Giants territory at the 42-yard line, brought down by running back Keith Elias. So another good return by Dowdell. That one good for 22 yards. Time now for the Aflac question. How many college national champions are on both the Cardinals and Giants rosters? Answer coming up. All right, now our Athletic trivia question once again. How many collegiate national champions are on both the Cardinals and the Giants rosters? 14, 8 on the Cardinals and 6 on the Giants. And on the Cardinals, it includes their rookie 4th-round pick out of Nebraska, the 2-time defending national champion, Aaron Graham. Second start in Giants territory today for the Cardinals. Esiason taking the place of the injured Graham. A flag is thrown as LaShawn Johnson can only carve out 2 yards on the Giants. A tackle made by Keith Hamilton.
And when you watch LaShawn Johnson, you're seeing a guy that goes full speed into the hole. Against the Cardinals, LaShawn Johnson, there's not a lot of cutting.
Illegal shift, 2 men moving, and they did not reset prior to the snap. That's a 5-yard penalty, first down.
LaShawn Johnson, again, not a lot of cuts, not a lot of moves, just full speed, explosive running. Hey, I guess he's got to do it. He's got a pet lion that's a year old, so you got to be fast. You got to be able to get away. He's got a lion that he bought as a little cub. He needs to send free to a zoo. So if anybody out there runs a zoo other than the NFL, he's trying to get rid of a pet lion.
1st and 15 pass to tight end Pat Carter, just his 11th reception of the year, a gain of 5 there. Marcus Buckley, the linebacker for the Giants, makes the stop, and that'll set up 2nd down and about 9.
And Cedric Smith came in the game, which usually means a lead run inside. I can't say that because LaShawn Johnson came out also. So I haven't seen this. They got Cedric in there with centers.
2nd down, a long 9. Esiason is in traffic. And there he goes, being chased by Bratsky and finally shoved out of bounds by Jesse Armstead. And out of bounds he goes after all that running. Jerry picks up about a half yard.
Half a yard and lost a lot of oxygen. They tried to, they're playing with the Giants defense there. When they send in Cedric Smith, everybody thinks run, but I had to watch when LaShawn Johnson comes out, then it's a weak side pass. That means to the open side, both backs going out that side. So they played with the defensive strategy there of the Giants. You know, the Giants defense, 2 bad starts in terrible field position, and it's held up strong both times.
They actually give him a spot behind where he was. It is a sack for Armstead. 3rd down and 10 from the shotgun boomer Esiason. And the throw is wide and incomplete for receiver Frank Sanders. And the Cardinals can't capitalize on the punt return of 22 yards by Marcus Dowdell. 2nd time they've not been able to put points on the board.
Well, this is going to end up a curl. It'll be down here to the bottom of the field. There's going to be a turn-in route. And he should be on the top of the number, and he didn't get. He was supposed to be right on that 3, and he didn't get there. Boomer threw the ball on the top of the number, and the receiver didn't get there.
Thomas Lewis gets the punt from Fiegels, and a 31-yard punt results in a big whack by wide receiver Anthony Edwards. The Giants will get it back. Backup quarterbacks in for both teams. 3-0. Thomas Lewis felt the power on that shot. Great special teams tackle by 83 Anthony Edwards.
That's full speed contact, no fair dodging. That's as good a hitting as you're going to get.
On the 12-yard line, 1st down and 10 yards to go for the New York Giants, leading on a 31-yard field goal. And the pitch out to Hampton, who is wrapped up by Eric Swan. The first time we've talked about him. Swan's had an ankle, didn't play till the 4th quarter last week against the Jets. Comes up with a nice play there and a loss of a couple yards.
Well, the pitch out should go to Tyrone Wheatley. He's the pitch out guy, and Rodney Hampton runs it up inside. You pitch out, Eric Swan can run sideways as fast as Rodney Hampton. That was an unusual place. You got to run up inside with Rodney and do the sweeps and the cute stuff with Tyrone.
They've struggled the last 3 drives. The first one ate up almost 6 minutes and covered 62 plays. Loss of 5 in the previous plays. 2nd down and 15 for Kanell, who throws, and the pass is caught by Charles Way. He's got a 1st down out to the 23-yard line. That's a pickup of 16 yards. And for Danny Kanell, his 2nd completion.
Well, Charles Show Me the Way is in there to knock people down and flatten people. But he circles out of the backfield this time, following the tight end. The tight end takes the inside linebacker, and he's wide open. Howard Cross ate up Seth Joyner, and that let Charles Show Me the Way make the big play.
17th reception for the big fullback Way. 1st and 10 handoff to Hampton, and he finds nothing. To the left side. First hit put on him by Simeon Rice. He loses a yard. It brings up 2nd down and 11.
Rodney Hampton's not made to dance. To me, he should be a linebacker with the football. And he's pity-patting around in there, and that's not him. The best thing he does is go full speed at you and attack you. Now he's waving. Something doesn't feel good. He's coming out of there.
Well, he would be another Giant that has been sidelined. They've lost their quarterback, Dave Brown. He's got spasms in his back. They've lost Aaron Pierce.
They had to call timeout because nobody came in for Rodney. Rodney walked out. Nobody came in. Now watch Rodney here. See, he's pity-patting around trying to escape. And he's better off just slamming it on people. He got cleaned up from the backside. Looked like Michael Bankston came in and hit him right in the back. And when he walked off, nobody came in, so they didn't have 11. They used up a timeout. He got hit in the back.
And Charles Way was just attended to out on the field. He is a little shaken up. As I mentioned before, they've lost Dave Brown. Back spasms gone indefinitely. They've lost Aaron Pierce. He has a knee, and he's gone. Now they lose Hampton as he walks very gingerly to the sideline across the way. Right now for McDonald's game break, let's return to James Brown in our Fox Television Center.
Kevin and Jerry, take a look at the patience being shown by Brett Favre. Of course, you know he's without his 2 starting receivers, but he finds Terry Mickens his first NFL touchdown of his career, 23rd of the season for Favre, 14-10 pack. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
And the welcoming party. You know, Mickens just came off the injured list. He had been gone the first half of the season with an injury.
Well, the way Favre's throwing the ball, I don't think it matters who the receivers are. That's a quarterback-driven team.
2nd down 12, midway through the 2nd quarter. Kanell in place of the injured Dave Brown. That time he's right on the money. Out to the 30-yard line. Chris Callaway makes the catch. Gain of 10 right there. That will bring up 3rd down and 3.
And a great job by the Giants because everybody's blitzing. Watch 43, the strong safety. Matt Darby, outside linebacker, and the Giants pick up every single guy coming. Give the young quarterback time to throw that out route. This is an out route, and a good job by Callaway. He comes back to the ball. If he didn't drive back on the ball, he was in trouble. Nice job by Callaway returning to the ball.
Kanell has completed 2 straight passes. 3rd down, a long 2 here.
Blitz.
For the blitz, and here they come. Picked up by a block from Way. The pass is caught. It's Howard Cross, but a fumble on the play, and the Giants get it back at the 38-yard line. Recovered by tight end Brian Saxton after Howard Cross caught the pass, after Way threw the block, and after Danny Kanell got away his 3rd consecutive completion.
And a nice job. He had pressure on him with the inside blitz. Watch Seth Joyner, 59, comes right through there, tries to tip the ball. And they were dropping the defense. Simeon Rice dropped all the way back into coverage.
Giants alive. 6.5 to play in the first half. And on 1st down, it's a handoff to Wheatley, who slithers his way to the 43. Picks up 4. Eric Hill makes the stop.
And that was good to see Wheatley. That play was designed to go outside where he likes it. He likes it close to the boundary. But he turned it up inside where the play wasn't supposed to be and made a positive out of a negative. Good job. That's the best thing I've seen him do.
Wheatley ejected last week. Jerry, he wrote a letter during the week to both the commissioner and to Wayne Fonts apologizing for his actions last week in Pontiac.
There's no excuse trying to kick a man. You know, if you're mad at the man, punch him. Don't kick him.
2nd down and 6. Hand off to Wheatley, a pickup of 2. That'll set up 3rd down and 3. Say that again.
Yeah, not kick a guy, you know. If I'm mad at you, which I am, I'm going to punch you. I'm not going to kick you.
I'm not going to write you a letter. But I thought it was big of Wheatley to do that. He was back home. You know, he grew up just about 30 miles away from the Pontiac Silverdome.
Had all of his family there to watch. Had 40 tickets.
All kinds of people. He threw a touchdown pass last week as well. Part of those points you see from last week's win of 35-7 over Detroit.
There's Eric Hill. He's trying to digest what's coming after him out of a split formation on long down.
3rd down and 3 for Kanell. Good time, and the throw is high and incomplete. He had Callaway below. He had Cross in the vicinity, and it went right between the 2 of them, and it's an incomplete pass that brings up 4th down.
Let me tell you what's changed here. Because they got a young quarterback and they lost Aaron Pierce, This is not third down formations you're seeing on third down. This was just normal people, and Callaway was supposed to come underneath the tight end, got bumped off the tight end, and they're a little bit confused because these are not third down formations. That's something you would have done on 1st and 10, but with the loss of the players, they've changed their scheme a little bit.
4th consecutive punt by Harlan, and this is a beauty. And dying at the 1-yard line, and it finally goes back into the end zone. They were close.
Woo!
That had a little backspin on it. Maurice Douglas was chasing it down there after the 54-yard punt by the former Denver Bronco, Mike Harlan. So after a game-opening drive which produced a 31-yard field goal, Haran's been called upon 4 consecutive times.
And this may be the
ball.
worst field position for the Cardinals. Now they got 80 yards to go. They've been starting on their side the 50 most of the afternoon.
So the touchback brings it back out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Boomer Esiason. LaShawn Johnson to the 30-yard line. Close to a first down. Jesse Campbell makes the stop in the secondary. Well, they strike without warning and kill without mercy. Witness the most terrifying animal encounters ever caught on tape. A riveting all-new special, When Animals Attack, Part 2. Parental discretion advised tonight on Nonstop Fox. And it's 2nd down and 1. And up the middle, they sent Larry Centers. And he picks up the first down. Bernard Holsey, a rookie free agent from Duke, made the stop. First down and 10. Play action by Esiason. Great time to throw, and the pass is out of the reach of a diving Rob Moore. 2nd down and 10.
He had good pass protection, and it was a first down pass, something neither team's probably going to do much of today. But because he did throw on first down, he had no pressure, but the ball died on the crossing route. The ball, he had the guy open if he could have hung the ball a little longer.
What do you think of Boomer?
Well, I think Boomer's probably kind of surprised that he's playing. So here's a guy that probably ran the scout team or didn't get much practice. And as the game goes on, he's got to get better. This is his practice. This first half is his practice and his preparation for this week's game. Same thing going on for the Giants quarterback.
2nd down and 10. Handoff to LaShawn Johnson. Pulling is Rob Selby, the former Philadelphia Eagle. And what great acceleration on the far side by LaShawn Johnson. Pushed out of bounds by Jesse Armstead. We visited a long time with this former Green Bay Packer draft choice.
And this guy started riding a bull riding in the rodeos when he's in the 7th grade. He has no fear. You wonder how Green Bay cut him, but he doesn't have body lean. He runs over people. He runs straight up. He got a knee injury in Green Bay, and that's what I think caused the release.
Yeah, and the ACL.
But you love talking to this guy. His father was a professional rodeo man. They make their living in the rodeo, and he started riding bulls in the 7th grade till he was a sophomore in college.
2 tight ends, 3rd down and 1. Handoff Cedric Smith, and the former Viking, Saint, and Washington Redskin tried to spin his way, and again the Giant defense may have held.
Let me tell you, the Giant defense on 3rd and short, they're letting it all out. They're winning up front, and if it wasn't for second effort by Cedric Smith, they're going to lose yardage. He runs right into the blocking back. He's getting popped, twist, and turn. They're after him real good. The Giant defense is the story today.
3 times the Arizona Cardinals have had 3rd and 1. They've stopped in the last 2 times as Mike Nolan, the defensive coordinator, has this defense playing about as well as it's played all season.
You know, you wonder how their record goes. Here they are again in that a punt safe look. For some reason, they're playing like it's going to be a fake punt. They're not rushing and they're not returning. Thomas
Lewis under the Feagles punt. This is returnable from the 15-yard line. And Lewis backpedals to the 23. Get brought down by linebacker Devin McDonald. 44-yard punt, 6-yard return. Kevin Harlan, Jerry Glanville from the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Danny Kanell begins another series. 1st down and 10 yards to go. And the pass almost picked off, and it's incomplete. Aeneas Williams, who had 2 picks last week against the Jets, just about had his 3rd in the last 2 games. Callaway was in the sights of Kanell.
Well, I tell you what happened. You got a first down pass, but you got an out route all the way across the field. With a young quarterback, they worry about getting it picked off. He was on the left hash and threw the out all the way across the wide field. When you got that young quarterback, you better keep the out route on the short side.
Former walk-on at Southern, now one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL.
All pro, all pay, all everything. Call him Mr. Money. He can cover.
2nd down and 10. Wheatley is on the move, an open backfield for Kanell, who throws a pass, and it's caught at the 27-yard line. Lewis makes the grab, a gain of 2.
And Seth Joyner, here's a guy got kicked out last week too. We talked about Tyrone Wheatley getting kicked out. Seth Joyner makes the hit on the short route, slams him down the ground. He said, I've been playing 11 years, never been in a fight, never got thrown out, but when a man stands with both feet on my chest, I got to defend myself. It's Sunday, and on Sunday, you got to have that attitude. You're going to defend yourself, so he got kicked out of the ballgame.
3rd down and 4. Kanell finds way, but it's dropped at the 29, and the Giants 3 and out. 3 drops by the Giants, and slow to get up is Craig Bishop, the left tackle, number 78. Another punt for New York, 5th in a row.
And Way's job is to knock people down, bloody people's noses. I don't know if he's smooth enough. Watch the catch. I thought he looked a little stiff. The ball's up on his right shoulder, and he can't make that catch.
Harlan to punt once again, and Dowdell has had about as glittering a day as anybody on the field. He's had punt returns of 37 and 22 yards. From the 35-yard line, here comes Dowdell. That's a return of 12. Caught that on the fly on a poor punt by Harlan, who did have the wind at his back. So
that ball didn't get any height on it, Kevin. He hit a line drive. He's lucky that's all they got back on it.
34-yard punt by Harlan. And we've reached the 2-minute warning. There you see Dan Reeves on the left and Vince Tobin, the brother of Colts general manager Bill Tobin, on the right. 2 guys who are kind of different roads in their career. 4 years here in New York, and the questions remain about Reeves. Will he stay? Will he go? Vince Tobin beginning the first year, and Jerry
of a 5-year contract.
Of a 5-year contract. He has turned around the entire emotions of this football franchise. 2-minute warning from the 46. Shotgun formation for Esiason. Look at the time. And the throw to fullback Larry Centers. Gain of 9. He's down to the Giant 45. Jason Sehorn, who's had a great season, makes the stop.
And that's a great hit by Jason. He turned him around. He got him going the opposite direction. But all the quarterbacks, it doesn't matter who the quarterback's playing for the Cardinals, they're going to find number 37, Larry Centers.
Again, no Philippi Sparks again today. He should return next week. 2nd down, 1 for Esiason. Moves up nicely, throws the pass, and it's through the hands of receiver Frank Sanders at the 40. Conrad Hamilton was covered.
Here's a 3rd and short. Maybe they'll sneak in a run here and get a timeout. They got 1:28 left. There's Boomer's stats. I don't think Boomer's ready to go yet. I think both him and Kanell will be better the second. They'll get to sit in there with the coaches and get a bit better flavor for what they got to get done in the second half.
Kanell replacing the injured Dave Brown, out with the back spasms. Esiason replacing Kent Graham. Sprained knee, he'll not return. 3rd down and 1. LaShawn Johnson is collared and ridden out of bounds like a rodeo cowboy by Jason Sehorn. Arizona, Jerry, is 1 of 4 in 3rd and 1 today.
Well, the defense is winning this game on 3rd and short. And here's the explosion of 32. And there's Sehorn coming up along with a good play by the defensive end. They're all over him.
Another punt. 4th in a row by the Cardinals.
Got to say, Jesse Armstead there showed the same kind of speed that LaShawn Johnson showed. One guy can run with LaShawn. It's Jesse Armstead.
Thomas Lewis will let this go inside the 5, and it's down at the 1-yard line. Marcus Dowdell tapped it back in and down the ball, and Fiegels comes up with the beauty. 45 yards, and now the Giants literally with their backs against the wall, and the clock at 41 seconds left in the first half. What a play.
Watch him keep it live. Now what the Giants have to, oh, beautiful play. Now the Giants here, you got to get out of the half. Whatever you do, don't turn the ball over. Don't get a sit. Just go in there and go chug, chug, chug.
Well, he's got experience going to a knee. He went to a knee last week in Detroit, but they probably don't have enough room to go to a knee here.
Well, and plus the timeouts.
3 for Arizona and 2 for the Giants. So they're up against that as well. They got to do something.
You got to run it and try to get the first down, but you don't want to do anything foolish. You want to give the ball a straight ahead runner, no fair dodging. And to me, that sounds like Hampton.
So the ball at the 2.
Tyrone's in there instead of Hampton. Oh, man, you talk about crowded. Look at this. They don't have room to make one little error.
First down and 10. Wheatley gets the call, and Wheatley is brought down.
Well, they got to call timeout now. Come on, Cardinals.
Michael Bankston makes the stop. Cardinals burn the first of their 3 timeouts. And the clock is at 33 seconds. As Vince Tobin, a defensive coach, tries to maneuver the chess pieces here late in the first half.
You're looking at the Cardinals special teams coach,
Alan Everest.
And what he's telling everybody, if you can hold them here, we'll try a block. So if they stop the Giants down in here with the timeouts, it'll be a 10-man block trying to go ahead. Oh, they jumped offside.
Swan jumped offside.
Worst thing you could do. Here, when you're coaching the defensive line, you're sitting in your living room, sit up. Here's the rules. No penalties in the 2-minute situation.
Encroachment, defense, 5 yards, second down.
It's a very interesting little sequence here because the Giants, Jerry, are backed up in their corner. And you know the Cardinals are coming all out to get them. So a penalty like that, as you say, is huge in a situation like this with timeouts to play on both sides.
You coach your team. If you get a penalty on a 3rd down or you get a penalty in a 2-minute situation, it changes the results of the game. That penalty could change the results of this half because now the Giants have a shot at getting that first down. Cannot accept that. Eric Swan, you'd get fined.
2nd down and 4. Hand off to Wheatley. That's a gain of 5, and that should be enough yardage for a first down. Now how big is that penalty?
Say that changes everything. Now there's no punt rush. There's no 10-man punt rush. There's no crowded punting area. The game changes. A foolish penalty. I used to have teams that got penalties. I wasn't proud of the penalties we had. But the rule was if you got a penalty on 3rd down or you got a penalty in 2 minutes, someone was going to kick your teeth in.
You know what the Cardinals are thinking? The way their punt returner, Dowdell, is returning punts today, backing up the punter deep in his own zone, they'd get great field position.
And what you do, you'd send 10 after the punter, so he had to get it out of there. You get a line drive, and maybe if it does get off, you're in great field position for a field goal to tie the thing up.
There you see Vince Tobin, and in the background there is Dave McGinnis. He's the defensive coordinator, came from those great Chicago teams, regarded as one of the finest defensive coordinators in the NFL.
Well, Eric Swan's been injured, and he's been out, but he's played long enough, and he's paid enough not to jump off sides in a 2-minute situation.
Knockers Kanky halftime report. JB and Terry bringing you scores and highlights from Week 10. Also, Fox NFL Sunday's Choice Cuts is back. Don't miss the version of the best plays of October. And here goes Kanell going to a knee, and that will run out the half. 18 seconds, and Vince Tobin leaves with a deficit of just 3 points. The Giants go to the halftime leading 3-0 on a 31-yard field goal.
And they go without Dave Brown and Aaron Pierce. That's changed the game. It's changed their 3rd down formations. And then look what happened to the Cardinals.
Kent Graham is out, goes back. Jerry on a routine handoff, wasn't touched, no contact, and did something to his knee. He's gone for the game.
Maybe a piece of floating cartilage got caught in there. The way he walked, it looked like a horse in a horse race that broke down down on the stretch run. He just broke down like a horse.
Both the Cardinals and the New York Giants opened the season with 3 consecutive losses apiece. Both come into today 3 up and 5 down. And Dan Reeves has got a lot on his mind. He's got a rookie quarterback who hasn't played a great deal.
Hey, they'll be cramming now at halftime.
They're going to
talk about coaching. He'll get some coaching now.
They're going to have to. And Jerry, for both teams, we have seen a horrible offense. 5 consecutive punts for the Giants, 4 in a row for the Cardinals. So the Giants lead 3-0. JB and Terry back after this on your local Fox station.
The Dockers Halftime Report, brought to you by Dockers Khakis, the preferred khaki inside the red zone. Hey, nice pants.
Back here at the Fox Television Center with Terry Bradshaw, I'm James Brown at the Meadowlands. Both starting quarterbacks have been knocked out. Giants on top by a field goal. And in Dallas,
Herschel Walker opening kickoff versus the Eagles. Remember the last time Herschel did this? 2 weeks ago against Atlanta, he returned the opening kickoff 89 yards. This one 86 yards out at the 6-yard line. Set up an Emmitt Smith rushing touchdown. Now back comes Ricky Waters, 64 yards rushing in the first half. Touchdown, 7-0. And then Pocket Rocky, talking about Ty Detmer, quarterback draw. After a penalty, moved the ball back 5 yards. He takes the quarterback draw in the Eagles, and Pocket Rocky with a big first half, 14-10 over the Cowboys.
wide receiver, tough position for Green Bay.
Beebe knocked out here, unconscious. Well, not unconscious, but get his bell rung. He leaves the game and comes back in. Look at this, 3rd down and 15 to go. Look at this run by Barry Sanders. 18-yard touchdown run. Sanders with over 100 yards rushing, 300 yards rushing combined yardage last year against these same Packs. Back comes Favre. Mickens, a young receiver. There he is, back of the corner of the end zone. 2 touchdown passes in the first half for Favre. The Packers on top of the Lions, 14-10.
Nobody talks about Tampa Bay's defense. 39 points allowed in the last 3 games, leading the Bears. Jerome Bettis, 2 touchdowns, 110 yards against his former teammates. Falcons tied up with the Panthers late in the second, looking for their first victory. Chargers by 7 over the coach. That in the second. And Vinny Testaverde, 20 touchdown tosses, ties his career high. When we come back, what's our producer's name again?
Scott Ackerson.
And we're going to see what?
That Charles could.
After this. Welcome back to Hollywood and the Dockers Halftime. You know, we here at Fox NFL Sunday are so pleased that our producer Scott Ackerson has reinstated a look at the plays of October in a piece we like to call Choice Cuts.
Toomer. He can break one, given the chance, down the sideline. Amani Toomer, one man to beat, no flags, he'll score, touchdown Giants. That's Michael Bates, down the sideline. Gonna be tough to catch him. Maybe 3 yards. Beebe got some room. He can run. Beebe's fast, one of the fastest on the team. Don Beebe is gonna score for Green Bay. Marcus Allen, rushing touchdown, number 107.
I haven't seen guys run through defenses like that since Earl Campbell.
2nd and 1, the Oilers hand off Eddie George in the middle of the 40. Loose to the 35, to the 30. He's to the 20. Down the left side, he goes into the end zone. Eddie George. Mitchell looking for more. What a catch and a touchdown! Holy moly, that's Antonio Freeman. Touchdown, Detroit! What a catch! Slotted down the sideline, and Galloway makes the catch, and he keeps his feet. Touchdown, Seattle. Got a man catch by Randall Hill.
Giants Stadium, New York. The New York Giants lead on a 31-yard field goal by a count of 3-0. With Jerry Glanville, Kevin Harlan, we expected to see 2 old teammates get together. Kent Graham is gone. Dave Brown is gone.
And because of that, it's unbelievable. We got 3 third-down conversions for the entire ball game. 1 by Arizona and 2 by the Giants. So there's not much. And the Giants have only given up a total of 70 yards.
And what could be key special teams late in the game.
And you know what? Right now, the Cardinals are winning the thing on special teams, but they're not winning on the scoreboard.
And the Giants wish they had Amani Tuner because he was a fine return man. Let's take a look at some of these injuries. First to Dave Brown, back spasms, coach, after this hit.
And we thought something was wrong with his disc because he drags his feet and his left foot started twitching.
And then the former teammate, Kent Graham, reeled off the field. He had a locked up left knee. He's gone.
Here's the biggest play, a blocked field goal to tie it. And that kept the Giant defense right in their fight. And the story is the Giant defense, even on 3rd and 1, they've won 2 big series that way. Stopped 2 big series that way.
Brad DeLuiso will kick off his 31-yard field goal, the only scoring in the game so far. as the Giants have a 3-0 lead. Now 49 degrees at Giant Stadium. The wind chill sends it down to 31, but that wind still very, very prevalent. Danny Kanell replacing Brown. Boomer Esiason replacing Kent Graham. Like we said before, special teams could have a major role in this game with both offenses struggling.
Well, the best return game in special teams has been the Cardinals, but the big special teams blocked field goal, of course, was with the Giants, and they blocked it with an offensive tackle because he was 6'8".
And deep into the end zone and to a knee, Leland McElroy. Brad DeLuiso is the only kicker in the NFL to have a touchback in every game this season.
I had him when I was coaching Atlanta, and one thing he has is that power leg. Here's your first half stats. And one thing will jump out at you. The Cardinals have 70 total yards, and that's a good job by the defense and a bad job by the Cardinal offense.
Time of possession a bit different as well. And the starting position for both teams varies as much as the time of possession. On the first down position at the 20-yard line, Esiason play action. And he goes down, sacked at the 11-yard line. Second time the Giants have recorded a sack today, and Chad Bratsky, who had a great beginning to the game, picks it up to start the second half.
And they bring a lot of blitz people off the tight end side. They're bringing two people through one hole, and you can see looks like Corey Miller getting in there along with Bratsky.
And he beats Lomas Brown.
Wow.
Second out of 19. Centers is in the backfield. Centers gets the call and doesn't find anything over the right side. Michael Strahan shut that door.
Well, when you see the running backs running into the back of their offensive lineman, somebody on the other side is whipping them. And I've seen this all game. Look where there is to run. The line's already there pushing the offensive line, and they make him bounce all the way out to Strahan. That means Robert Harris and Keith Hamilton are winning inside, bouncing it out to him.
No gain, so third down and 19. Esiason from the gun. Blitz is on, and he throws a pass down the near sideline, incomplete for Marcus Dowdell. That's an incompletion, and the Cardinals have got a punt for a fifth straight time in the game.
And another non-conversion. Remember, the Cardinals for the game have converted 1 third down, including some crucial short yardage. When they had 3rd and 1, the Giants even stopped them twice, 2 out of 3 times.
Giants defense continues to be a story.
Looks like a punt. No, it's not a rush. I thought it was going to be a rush. It's just a load.
Fiegels the punt. Thomas Lewis replacing the injured Amani Toomer. On the 35-yard line, Thomas Lewis, a second-year wide receiver, is trying to find some room, and does, as flags are thrown all over the field. And after the 53-yard punt, he returns at 16 yards, and Lisi makes the stop for Arizona. I think it's that Lewis was a
illegal
second
block
year.
in the back, above the waist, number 20, during the return. That's a 10-yard penalty, first down.
Lewis, a third-year wide receiver. Really only the second year of active because he was injured so much his rookie year. That's a good-looking hat. You need it on a blustery day like this.
We also had holding number 8.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Ford Escort. It's new and it's nifty, made for the smart, the intelligent, thrifty. By Sprint, the official telecommunications provider to the NFL. By HBO, it's not TV, it's HBO. And by Packard Bell, the world's #1 selling home computer.
The Giants will have their best beginning field position, but still without Dave Brown.
Dave Brown on the sideline limping around. He tried to drop back and throw, and they're taking him back in the locker room.
First and 10, handoff goes to Rodney Hampton, who trudges up the middle and picks up almost 6 yards to the 35. Eric Hill brought him down, 2nd down and 4.
Well, Hampton hurt his knee in the first half, but he's following Show Me the Way. Watch Charles show me the way, turn up inside, big block on Eric Hill, and now Hampton's run a little bit. He went back in. He dropped back twice to throw a ball, and he can't do it.
For a guy with back spasms, that limp didn't look too good.
He's got a hitch in his get along, and a lot of time that happens when you got something wrong, with a cartilage in your back there. Got a little disc slippage or something.
2nd down and 4, handoff, picks up 2 yards. Hampton ran into Matt Darby. That'll set up 3rd down and a couple.
Darby's strong safety for 43. If you watch him in Arizona, he's a hitter. Now he comes out on pass down because he runs like me, but he'll smack you around during the running game.
And you don't run too well.
No. Only guy I've outrun in the last 5 years is you. That's because they brought the check. Who's going to pay for dinner? We took off.
3rd down and 2. Giants lead 3-0. Hampton tried to submarine his way. He'll be short of the 1st down. Picks up perhaps a yard to the 39. Had to get near the 40. And Bernard Wilson was the man plugging the gap. And once again a punt coming up for the New York Giants.
Again, 3rd down conversion. They've had 2 for the game, the Giants, and the Cardinals 1. So it looks like we're in here for a low-scoring slugfest.
6th punt in 7 Giant possessions since the field goal. Moran, a high punt. Dowdell will not return it. Fair caught back at the 17-yard line, 44-yard punt. Got to stay warm on a windy day in New York. The winner today returns to the fringes of the playoff race, but if the Giants are going to do it, Jerry, they're going to have to do it probably without their starting quarterback, Dave Brown.
This was Dave Brown, came out, tried to jog, watch him. Oh, boy, that hurts. And I kind of blame Dave Brown because they beat Detroit, and then he went and got a haircut. When you're on a win, you don't get a haircut, especially his barber. His barber's terrible. Jerry, he got a haircut after a win, and that'll get you hurt every time.
1st down pass completion produces a 1st down to the 30-yard line. Frank Sanders picks up 12. Esiason zipped that ball out there for the completion.
And a nice throw. That was his best pass. Good RPM ball, good spiral. And that's the same area that the young quarterback, Kanell, has been having trouble throwing that out route with the wind over on that side of the field.
1st down and 10. 3-0 Giants on a field goal.
Shotgun on 1st and 10.
Blitz is on. Here it comes, and Esiason had it blocked and deflected by the oncoming Corey Miller.
And that's what I saw watching film. More than a 4-man rush. Against Detroit, they had a lot of 5-man rushes. You'll see him blitzing off this side, and Centers doesn't honor him. Centers goes out for the route, and that's called a hot receiver. I'll let you blitz, and he'll get me the ball before anybody can cover me, and a nice job. And that's what changed with the Giants. They're mixing up the 5-man rush with the 4-man rush.
2nd down and 10. 10:52 in the 3rd quarter. Oh, my goodness. They were moving on that left side. It was either Duval Love or Lomas Brown.
And it was a good voice.
Prior to the snap, number 74, offense, false start.
I'll tell you what.
5 yards, 2nd down.
Boomer did. He changed his voice and barked twice as loud to get the Giants, and he scared Duval Love. That's because that quarterback has not been in the huddle in practice with Duval Love and Lomas Brown. They've been having Ken Graham, so you got a new quarterback, and he's got a good hard count. He was doing that trying to get the Giants. He got his own side.
I don't know how many teams Esiason has played for, Jerry. Cincinnati, the Jets, and now the Cardinals. How many offensive coordinators? It seems like he's had a list of offensive coordinators.
6 coordinators in 6 years. Your mind's got to be a little bit scrambled. You get, which team are we with now? Which coordinator do I have?
2nd down and 15. Rushes on, but he dumps it out to LaShawn Johnson, who is chased out of bounds by the fleet-footed Jesse Armstead. It's a gain of 6.
And he's catching this football. Now, this is why he left the Green Bay Packers. He went to laser eye surgery, LaShawn Johnson. He couldn't catch. If you can't catch at Green Bay, you got to get on the bus. And he had to get on the bus. He went to laser eye surgery, and he says, for the first time, I can see the ball. I couldn't see the ball at Green Bay.
It was a blur.
So it was nothing but a blur. And at Green Bay, they're going to throw it. They don't care about how fast you run. You got to be able to catch the ball. So a little laser eye surgery, and you got yourself a good player with LaShawn Johnson.
Cardinals have missed their last 6 third down opportunities. 3rd down and 9. Esiason to centers. He's got to get to the 40. He breaks one tackle, and centers even lunging close. Got to within a yard, but there he is taken down by rookie Conrad Hamilton.
But Conrad Hamilton wasn't the first man, but he was running to clean up. If he didn't come to help, they would have had a first down. And a man's blitzing right in Boomer's face, untouched by human hands. Jesse Armstead all over the quarterback. So Boomer did a good job of getting rid of the football. And again, 5-man rush from the Giants. The 4th-down lineman and Jesse came along with him.
Cardinals have now missed their last 7 third downs. 6th consecutive punt. Fiegels sends a wobbler with the great Cardinal bounce inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line. Fiegels has done that twice. In the second quarter late, he sent him down to the 1. This time, he strands them at the 2. 59-yard punt. Last week's degree NFL Rookies of the Week were Rams quarterback Tony Banks, Jets wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson, and 49er wide receiver Terrell Owens. Each week degree will be tracking this year's hot rookies. It's not Terrell, it's Terrell Owens, and he is a good one. Jerry Rice speaks highly of him.
I like him in the 49ers better than the old JJ.
1st and 10. Rodney Hampton finds room, and Hampton plows past the 10 and out to the 12. He picks up 9. Brent Alexander finally brings him down. 2nd down and 1.
And I think I got Thomas Lewis getting involved in the game here a little bit. I think he helped on the block. He's going to break it out to the right as you're looking at it. And the split in out to that side is number 81, Lewis. And he hadn't done much all day. Let's see if he's helping. There, he's getting a little shove. He's helping a little bit, trying to block Bradford.
So Hampton gives him some breathing room and all but negates the great punt by Fiegels. 2nd down and 1. Hampton again, another big hole, and a 1st down for the New York Giant running back to the 19. Charles Way opened the gate. That's a nice gain in the play of 7.
You always see everything. I was just going to brag on Way, but you see it. You're the next general manager on the expansion team. Show me the way. Watch the block on nobody other than Seth Joyner running up through there, and then Hampton's got to try to run over Eric Hill.
Dave Brown gone, back spasms, and now it looks like a bad leg, and so Danny Kanell comes in, leading 3-0 with the 1st and 10. Hampton again. Or they're giving it to him now. He gains 5, brought down by Jameer Miller. That sets up 2nd down and 5.
Well, the Cardinals are going to bring the 43 number, Matt Darby, up to be a strong side safety to stop the run. And Callaway, little old Callaway, he'll come in and get after the strong safety so the run can break outside. Now, you got to love that wide receiver. Not many wide receivers go in there and dig out a tough, strong safety.
Or like to do it.
And how big did you say he was? You said he was a little guy, wasn't he?
5'10", 191. 2nd down and 5 handoff. Hampton again. 4 consecutive runs. Matt Darby brings him down. It'll be 3rd and 2 as Hampton gets a couple. He is the all-time leading rusher in the history, the fabled history of the New York Giants.
Here's the blitz trying to blow up the run. And Cross saw it. Howard Cross grabbed old Darby. You can tell that what's happening is the Cardinals are getting impatient. When you get impatient, you start blitzing the run. And now here's a short yardage situation where the Giant defense has been winning. We got to see if the Cardinals can roar up on their hind legs and win in this situation.
Cross and Hampton gone. Wheatley is in. 3rd down and 2. 4 receivers deployed. Play clock at 2. Good time for Kanell, who throws a 1st down pass. Caught by the leading receiver, Thomas Lewis. And he gets the 1st down. That's his 3rd reception of the day. 2 on 3rd downs this afternoon.
Well, that time they helped Kanell. Remember the last time they threw the out, they threw in the wide side. Here's this side. Here's the short side. That's how you help a youngster. Don't throw it on the wide side. It's a lot easier throw. Remember when he threw the out to the wide side, it was almost intercepted by Aeneas Williams. But that's the way to help that youngster make an easier throw.
Scott Gregg is left, and 3rd-year UNLV prospect Jerry Reynolds has come in at the right tackle. 7th play of the drive, and a spinning Tyrone Wheatley picks up 5, running over the left side.
Man, I tell you what, I've never talked to this Charles Show Me the Way. He just turned another guy around. He turned around Miller. And he's after folks. He's what's making this thing work.
These are the guys you like. Sam Gash up at New England. Bill Parcells coaches him. William Henderson over at Green Bay.
Lorenzo Neal down to Saints.
Lorenzo Neal with New Orleans.
And now Charles, show me the way, is doing the same thing. He's the guy knocking people around.
Recall now that a Jeff Fiegel's punt stranded the Giants back at their 3 when they began this drive. All the way out to the 40, 2nd down and 5. Play action by Kanell. Wobbly pass thrown behind receiver Chris Callaway, covered by Ronnie Bradford. That's the 4th drop, although that was really a tough drop.
That was a terrible throw. That was a terrible throw. What happened here, he's wide open. It's a play action pass on a run down. It's a center cut. It's called a center. He'll come right across. There's the dig. There's Callaway. And there's a terrible you can't say anything nice about that. Callaway's trying to turn, come back around, and Danny screwed that one up.
Scott Gregg has come back in as the right tackle, and you can see what 3rd down has brought both these offenses. Not much success at all. 3rd and 5. Well, Wheatley couldn't get the initial rusher, Eric Hill, and that slows up Kanell, who is finally dumped by Bernard Wilson. That's a sack, and that forces the Giants to punt and stops that drive in a hurry.
Well, the blitzing linebacker's coming up the A-gap. Hill's going to come up the A-gap, and the back can't get around the quarterback to pick it up. What you usually do, if somebody steps up in the A-gap, the guard has got to squeeze it. Forget your man. The only way the back can pick up the A-gap blitz is if you're in the shotgun. So the back, Wheatley, had a bad problem there. He couldn't get around the quarterback to pick up the blitz. The guard's got to squeeze if you're not in the shotgun.
Giants punting for the 7th time in their last 8 possessions, and the rush was heavy, and the punt is light, and it's out near midfield. Pressure up the middle by Ronald McKinnon, who is a rookie, and they mark the ball. They're still trying to mark it. 48-yard line.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Kevin Harlan, Jerry Glanville back at Giant Stadium, New York. The wind still swirling. It has affected the offense, but this has been a defensive game, and Jerry, it may lead to a special teams game here before long.
You mentioned that at halftime on special teams, and there we get a full 10-man block trying to block a punt. Caused Harlan to make a terrible punt. So here's the Cardinals starting once again inside the 50.
And remember, Fiegel's had put him down at the 3, and so Harlan sends it back to the 48, and here go the Cardinals again, beginning in Giant territory. Jeff Graham, Kent Graham is out with an injury, and here's a quick throw, deflected and intercepted on the play by Jesse Campbell. Esiason picked off. Campbell returns it to the 30, to the 47-yard line. A return of 15 yards, a turnover by Arizona, and Esiason throws his 4th interception of the season.
This is a hard slant. Left-handed ball coming a little bit high. Bounce ball and a good. This Jason Sehorn, he's come out of nowhere. Jason, every time I watched him all last week, watch how close he is. Watch how tight he is. There's no place to get that ball in there.
Campbell with his first interception, and for Boomer Esiason, it continues what has been a very long season for the Arizona quarterback. Kanell right out of the blocks and on the move with the pass, and it's a 1st down reception for 11 yards. It's caught by Thomas Lewis. Giants are on the move as we now move out to Hollywood for this McDonald's game break and bring in James Brown.
All right, Kevin, you remember Terry Bradshaw talking about quarterbacks protecting the ball. Steve Berline, and take a look, doesn't protect it. Clay Matthews forces the fumble. It's recovered by Atlanta. Falcons nursing a 3-point lead. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
Here, the Giants on a field goal, but are on the move without Dave Brown, with rookie Danny Kanell, and the handoff to Hampton. And he spins for a couple, picks up 2, grabbed around the arm by Seth Joyner. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And that's a lot of sideways running for Hampton. Whenever I watch Rodney, he's better going straight ahead. This looks like a Wheatley play. He's running sideways out of a split formation. And he does his best thing, pounding right at you.
Hampton had 76 yards last week, has 72 yards today on 20 carries. 2nd down and 8. Action by Kanell. He's wide there, incomplete. Thomas Lewis was in his sights as Kanell throws into a thicket of Cardinal coverage.
Well, the split backfield, they try to fake a toss sweep, which nobody bid on, and the youngster just thought after he faked it, he'd have the slant open. It wasn't open. Everybody was there. He did a good job of throwing the ball into the dirt. Now here's the shock on 3rd down, because they've lost Pierce. They're a little bit different on 3rd down than they wanted to be. They got 3 wideouts, 1 tight end, 1 back.
Wheatley is in, 3rd down and 8. Kanell hit and throws and completes the pass to the 23-yard line. Pass caught by Thomas Lewis. That's a gain on the play of 12 yards, and Danny Kanell comes up with his first really big play of the game, fighting off the pressure from the blitzing cornerback, Aeneas Williams.
And he not only gets away from the pressure, this is his best throw. This is a gun. Now he is on that left hash. He dodges there, so he's up. But look at the ball. I think he threw a little bit out of fear, so he had a lot more velocity on it. He got so scared he put a Hummer in there.
Rodney Hampton back in, couple tight ends. 1st and 10. Kanell with the pump fake and going for 6. Incomplete, looking for wide receiver Thomas Lewis, covered by Ronnie Bradford. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Bradford never bit on the pump. He did a little pump in there. That's one thing Coach Rees always likes. They always like a fake this, do that, fake this, do that. But Bradford didn't buy it. But a 1st down pass, they're getting a little more confidence in Kanell. There's the pump, and you can see Bradford's back there all the way. He's not buying anything.
Late 3rd quarter, 2nd down and 10.
The safety walked up, so the kid's getting smarter. The strong safety walked up, and he audible. He took himself out of that bad play selection he had.
Being chased, and Kanell throws incomplete near the 10-yard line. Callaway was there. He was double covered. Michael Bankston was on the heels of Danny Kanell.
But Danny Kanell, this is what Brown missed the first time. He had a play call, and here comes the strong safety. He's going to walk up, Matt Darby, and they're going to lead into there, and he says, that won't work. Look, he walks up, and he says, uh-oh, I can't run that. So he pulls his hands out, and now he calls. I love quarterbacks that audible to a pass. He wasn't going to audible to another run. He was going to a pass.
3rd down and 10. Kanell throws, and the pass is caught. Thomas Lewis makes his 6th reception. They've thrown to him 9 times. He picks up 7, brought down by DJ Johnson. Jerry, they've got a couple yards to go for the 1st, and they're going to try for 3.
Here's the quarterback on a 3rd and 10, Kevin, with a 3-step drop. So they weren't trying to get a 1st down. They're trying to get a short field goal. 3rd and 10, did not get in the shotgun, did not drop 5 steps. The quarterback only went 3-step drop.
This will be about a 32-yard field goal attempt. Holding will be the punter, Mike Horan. Brad DeLuiso, who's had great success inside the 40. He'll try this from 32 yards, and he bangs it through. And Dan Reeves goes up 6-0 on Arizona. 2 DeLuiso field goals. It's 6-0 New York. Giants are looking for their first win this year in the NFC East. They cash in on a Jesse Campbell interception, 32-yard field goal by Brad DeLuiso, and it's 6-0 New York.
And they're not holding the ball now to kick off, so the wind must have died down a little bit down there.
DeLuiso, who sent the last one into the end zone, gets this short. Marcus Dowdell inside the 15, scampers out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Now, does that make you mad when he takes a kickoff like that and runs right out?
I know it makes you mad.
I mean, the man's making a living to bring back kicks. You don't run out of bounds. Take it up in there. Let somebody get a whack on you, and you whack somebody. Get paid all that money and run to the 28-yard line, jump out of bounds. It's embarrassing.
This game presented by authority of the NFL, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the written consent of the Giants and the NFL is prohibited. 1st and 10 handoff, LaShawn Johnson, and he bangs around like a pinball for 3. Michael Strahan wrapped him up. Injuries today have been a big story in this game. The Giants have lost Aaron Pierce and Dave Brown to injuries. The Cardinals lost Kent Graham, sprained the knee on a handoff, a non-contact play. We've seen Boomer Esiason come in and take him since about midway in the first half.
And don't forget, Rodney Hampton had to go with a real sore knee, but they got him back.
2nd down and 7. Centers, known more for his receiving than running, picks up a hard-earned 4, and that will set up 3rd down and about 4. Ray Agnew, Jesse Armstead, the tag team tackle.
Well, get up on your couch because Michael Strahan gets blocked. He's been winning every battle, and Joe Wolf finally gets him and turns him out. He must have a good hold on. Look at it. Oh, he did. Look at him. It's a wrestling match. But Michael Strahan's been dominating that area of the field, and that play, Joe Wolf finally got him.
Cardinals have missed their last 7 third downs. McElroy in the backfield. 3rd down, 3 to go. Esiason. What great time, and look at who he finds. Receiver Marcus Dowdell, a pickup of 15. And Esiason breathes new life with the completion, the first reception today by Dowdell.
And Boomer hangs in there. Boomer had the curve. Everybody was around him. He slid a little bit. And here's a veteran that doesn't worry about the pass rush because the pass rush is coming. He just keeps hanging in there. And a nice throw. Nice play.
That's the first 3rd down conversion in the last 8 that the Cardinals have faced.
Prior to that, they had a total of 87 yards.
Esiason, boy, that guy took off on it. That's incomplete. As the boos and the jeers cascading down.
And the ball was on the left hash trying to throw it wide across, and you can't do that with the wind in this stadium. You got to throw that out route only to the short side of the field.
That is a tired Cardinal defense with Jerry Glanville, Kevin Harlan. We start the 4th quarter in the Meadowlands with the Giants on top by 2 field goals. 2nd down and 10 for Boomer Esiason, replacing the injured Kent Graham. Danny Kanell has replaced Dave Brown.
Shotgun on 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
All out blitz. Here they come.
Esiason hit as he throws. He got it away, and the pass is caught by fullback Larry Centers. And then he squirms free for a couple more, picking up 7. That'll set up 3rd down and 3.
They're coming off Boomer's side. They're going to blitz this guy, and they're going to blitz this guy, and they're going to run him on the loop. And a good job. Everybody picked up everybody. They played zone protection. Joe Wolf hit one and bounced on another. The right tackle. Shotgun again.
3rd down and 3. Centers, and to cut. He does not have the 1st down.
Wow.
At the 42-yard line, he's shut down by Michael Strahan, who's had a solid game today. Jerry, this Giant defense has answered the call time and time again.
Let me tell you about Michael Strahan. You're talking about a guy here that number 92. Watch him come from the right of your film, run down a good back. There he is. You're talking about a guy who's 24 years old, got 4 years experience, and is already one of the best defensive line. What a career this guy's going to have.
Fiegels to punt, and he's had a marvelous day. This lands into the end zone, so the touchback will bring it to the 20-yard line for the New York Giants. 42-yard punt. 6-0 New York.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Chevrolet Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. By Visa, the preferred card of the NFL. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. By Little Caesars Pizza, where you get great taste at a great price. Pizza Pizza. And by DirecTV, satellite TV at its best.
It is chilly here. The wind chill dipping near 30 degrees. Kevin Harlan, Jerry Glanville, 1st down and 10. Early 4th quarter. Giants lead it 6-0. Handoff. Rodney Hampton. Way with the block. There goes Rodney Hampton. Galloping for a gain of 14 yards. Tackled by Aeneas Williams.
And there was Lance Smith. That's the guy I've been waiting to see. Lance Smith, and show me the way. Charles, show me the. He's going to block one, but watch the guard. Watch 61. He's on the kick out. Show me the way. 30's going up through there. Oh, nice job. Lance Smith. Here's a guy. His family comes. He got 2 boys coming to watch him play from Atlanta, Georgia. 2 sons.
1st down and 10, handoff to the fullback, Charles Way, and then somehow he spurts free and picks up 5 when he probably shouldn't have gained anything at all. Charles Way.
That was a high school dive. That play was just designed to take up some time, and he ended up carrying the wad along. Lance Smith, I like him pulling, and he pulled on that play. Here's a guy that one of his best friends he's blocking on the day, Eric Hill.
2nd down and 4. Giants lead 6-0. Hampton, they'll be close to the first down as he picks up 4 right now for a McDonald's game break. Backdoor Fox Television Center in Hollywood, and James Brown.
Kevin, Ty Detmer and the Eagles have answered every Cowboy challenge and then some. Detmer hooking up with his favorite receiver, Irving Fryer. It's the Eagles on top of the Cowboys in the 4th. 21-13. Back to Kevin Harlan and Jerry Glanville.
That Detmer, we saw him last week, getting knocked down time after time, gets right back up.
Has the courage to keep playing. What an excellent job Coach Rhodes does over there with the Eagles. Believes in hitting, toughness.
Hampton picks up the first down.
Now they've knocked some people around on this drive so far. Talking about the Giants offense. They have knocked some folks around, and Charles showed me the way is probably leading this charge. Hampton's carrying the ball, but Charles Way and Lance Smith are putting all the bruises on people.
Hampton signed a free agent contract with San Francisco. The Giants matched it, brought him back, showed him how much they thought of him. He's having his best game today when probably they need it most in this slugfest. 1st and 10. Kanell. He was held, and he throws, and it's incomplete. He had Callaway downfield, and Kanell literally was in the grasp of Jameer Miller around his ankle.
And it was a touchdown if he could have put it out there. Wide open. And they did it. The Giants are picking up the blitz. You see he's hanging onto his thigh pad. And Callaway, little fake out against Aeneas Williams. Just couldn't put the ball there with a man hanging on him.
Just under 12 minutes to play in this one. 2nd down and 10 for Kanell, taking the place of the injured Dave Brown. Sets up the screen. Fighting through it on the play was Seth Joyner, but then Hampton fights his way through the tackle, and Bernard Wilson finally brings him down after a gain of 4 yards.
And what great hustle by Bernard Wilson. That screen, when Hampton shook off the first one, he was gone. And a down tackle, the right tackle. You talk about hustle and get after you. A nice play by Bernard Wilson stopping this play. This is Bernard way in here. Watch what he does. He's on the pass rush, sliding around. He reads it. Watch him take off. Run, 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 run. Boom! Big play by a big man.
Giants have to get to the 45 of the Cardinals. 3rd down and 6.
All out blitz, Kevin.
Wade picked it up nicely. The pass is caught by Hampton. And there goes Rodney Hampton inside the 35. And he stepped out of bounds at the 35. They mark him now. But Charles Way picked up that blitz, which allowed the first down pass to pick up 16. And the Giants are on the move again. They're right back in business.
Well, this guy may be another Sam Gash. He may be the guy that plays for the New England Patriots. Watch him pick. Oh, nice. Look at him knock that guy around. Looked like Eric Hill trying to come up there. And you can see Hampton's right foot just step out.
Hampton has his 2nd reception of the day. He only came in with 9 catches all season.
Well, the passing game had to change when the quarterback did.
7th play of the drive. Wheatley in the game. Wheatley gets the call. Darts for a yard. No more. Eric Hill saw to that. 2nd down and 9.
Wheatley's a guy, every time I watch him run, he's an outside runner. He's a sweep runner. A guy that's better off going sideways, just the opposite of Hampton, where Rodney's better off going straight at you.
Well, today you can see what the Giants have done. Not especially a good rushing team, but today very impressive. And Dan Reeves has had to stick with that because of the change of quarterback. 2nd down and 9. Saxton is the tight end on the move, and there goes Kanell looking one way, throwing the other. Pass caught by Omar Douglas. His first reception of the season. He picks up 8 on the play. 2 to go for a first down.
A nice job by Omar. Omar was on his knees waiting on it, thinking he's going to get hit, and he got up after the throw. A little play action fake. A dying ball. He's on his knees. He gets up. Nice job by Douglas. 3rd and short. That's been this game, isn't it?
It's actually a long one. Almost 2. 3rd down to go.
Only got one back in the backfield, but they got 2 tight ends in the game.
Lawrence Dawsey is 88. Handoff. Wheatley, he plows, and he'll be close to a first down. Brad Otis made the stop for the Cardinals, and they do give him a first down. The spot is a good one, and the drive continues for the New York Giants.
Well, they had their two tight ends side by side. This is called a pair. That's to get him going. Motion that guy by. Here's the two tight ends, and they ran right in. Cross didn't even have anybody to block. Howard Cross went downside. There's nobody here, so we got a hole.
You're not seeing a lot of galloping today. You're seeing a lot of moving in the pile, a lot of trudging up the middle.
That's because the battle's going on. Look at this blitz. 11-man front. They're all coming.
1st and 10, and the Giants have been throwing more on first down, and Kanell on the move. He's got the receiver, Lewis. Touchdown.
Flag.
There is a flag. That was for 24 yards. The Giants' body language would tell you it's against the Cardinals.
No foul on the play. No foul on the play.
And you just saw Danny Kanell throw his first NFL touchdown.
And he beat the blitz. They came with everybody, so it was one-on-one. No help in the coverage. And he hit the crossing route.
Point after now will be tried by Brad DeLuiso. Perfect all season in that regard. Mike Harlan will hold. Giants lead the game. Now 13-0. 8.5 to play in the fourth quarter as Kanell throws his first touchdown as a professional.
Welcome back to New Jersey. Here's the biggest thing that happened. This wide receiver is going to run a drag, but it's an all-out blitz. It's a 10-man front, and the quarterback escapes and gets away. And Bradford cannot run with Thomas Lewis. There's the throw, and Bradford can't catch him.
Danny Kanell taking the place of the injured Dave Brown. Out in the second series today, finds Thomas Lewis, and Lewis with his third touchdown catch of the year. And this one is out of the end zone by Brad DeLuiso. Cardinals will have it at their 20 down, 13-0. Giants came into today 3-5. Dave Brown led them nicely last week in Detroit. Danny Kanell has had to come in. He's been 13-26. A win today for New York would be their first in the NFC East this year. And for Dan Reeves, if his club wins, they'll return Jerry back to the fringes of the playoff race in the NFC East. Maybe that wild card spot looking pretty appetizing.
Well, you got to feel good about their defense. What they did today and what they did last week against Detroit. The story is the Giants' defense. Blitz, all-out blitz.
On the 20-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go for Esiason. Sets up the screen. Larry Centers gets the block. And he'll pick up 5 out to the 25 after being hit by Corey Widmer.
And boy, he was hustling. You got this Corey Witt, this number 90. He was involved in the blitz. He was blitzing the quarterback, came off the blitz, and that's the hustle you're seeing from the Giant defense, just like the Cardinal defense. I think both groups are out there running around trying to make a play.
Second down and 5. Esiason looks to his tight end, Pat Carter. Carter's got the first down and then brought down by a trio of New York Giants. After a gain of 10, they moved the chains to the 35, and on the way, it was Pat Carter slipping a tackle of Jesse Campbell. Right now for a game update, let's go back to our Fox Television Center and James Brown.
Kevin, somehow you knew the Cowboys would answer the call. This, the 105th career rushing touchdown for Emmitt Smith. Now 4th all time. It's all tied at 21. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
What a great game down in Irving. There's the oncoming rush, and the pass is picked off. Jesse Campbell's got his second today. Marcus Buckley deflected the Esiason pass, and Jesse Campbell has picked off his second.
Watch Boomer's ball get batted, get tipped right there. Got the right hand on it. Nice interception. Dug that one right out of the ground. Oh, boy. Boomer knows they're in trouble now.
And the Giants begin at the Cardinal 36. 7:24 left in regulation. Callaway on the move. Handoff to Rodney Hampton. And it's a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
Straight ahead run, and this is time now when Charles Way will be leading the way, and they'll be going straight at him. No sidewards running. And this is the first time we've had a chance to see Charles Way, and he's something to watch.
Second down and 8. Baltimore on top there. That's an interesting game. At the number 2 passing attack in the NFL. Kanell. Hampton. Tackle made by Seth Joyner. Another gain of 2 sets up 3rd down and 6. There's Jesse Campbell, coach. He had no interceptions last year. 2 today. Now 5 for his career.
And that interception was a tough one, Kevin. He had to dig that one out of the ground. He had to play. He could be shortstop maybe for the Yankees the way he dug that one out.
I don't know. They got a pretty good shortstop. They got a pretty good team. This city is still absolutely enthralled by the baseball champion Yankees.
And Joe Torre. You got to love Joe Torre.
Joe Torre. Great ticker tape parade in the Canyon of Champions in this great city earlier this week. 3rd down and 7. Kanell to Hampton. He's got to get to the 26. And he tries to run roughshod over Aeneas Williams, but he held on and rode him out of bounds, and he's about a yard, maybe 2, shy of a 1st down. What do you do if you're Dan Reeves?
Well, the way their defense is playing, a field goal will lock this thing up. So he's going to try it from here. He gets this thing past 2 touchdowns. You make this here, and everybody can head for the parking lot, and we'll have an easy ride to the airport.
However, the question is, DeLuiso outside 40 yards is 0 of 3 this year.
And you know, his leg is so strong, I can't figure out why he's not making these long ones, Kevin.
46-yard attempt. A lot of eyes on this kick. Harlan the hold, and the kick is long enough, and it's good. 46-yard field goal.
Look at that. Look at that. You don't get to see Reeves smile much. That's 2 weeks in a row.
Giants have scored 3 in a row. They lead it 16-0. Next week, it's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader when the Packers take on the Chiefs. The Cowboys will take on San Francisco in one of the most anticipated and talked about games of the year. Plus other exciting regional action, including Chicago at Denver.
That'll be the best game of the week. We're doing it. Get a disc and listen to us.
all begins at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific next week. Check the game and time in your area. 3 field goals today by DeLuiso, 31, 32, and most importantly, now officially from 45 yards away.
Well, if you're the defensive coordinator for the Giants now, you got 2 things. You don't want to play too soft, and if there is a score, you got to have your 2-point defense ready. So if the Cardinals get on board, we go for a 2-point. So you're thinking a lot of things if you're the defensive coordinator right now. Stop him first.
Leland McElroy from the 5. He had a 92-yard return last week, and here he goes again. Grabbed around the ankles at the 28. Omar Douglas makes the stop. And it will be 1st down and 10. Well, both teams came into today 3 and 5. Giants win, Jerry. They're back in that playoff race, just looking from the outside in, but nonetheless looking. Cardinals, if they lose 3 and 6, it'll be tough.
And both people, you know, whoever thought we'd looking at 2 backup quarterbacks most of the ball game was going to be an ex-Giant playing with an ex-Giant. Nothing like that happened.
1st down and 10. 4 receivers deployed by Esiason, right on the money, and a gain of about 9 to Marcus Dowdell. They're going to call the 1st down. Let's see. Well, the chain gang began to move, but the referee said no. It'll be 2nd down and a yard.
And the Giants played a 4 deep. Everybody real soft got off. You got to be careful that you don't quit playing what stopped them the whole game. You got a goose egg up there, so keep playing like you've been playing. And to me, if you shut them out for 3.5 quarters, don't change. They went to a 4 deep. Everybody dropping kind of soft.
Esiason was complaining that they took some time off the clock and some official measurement, so they'll stop it at 4:56. He was saying, hey, it should be about 5 minutes.
Looks like a 1st down unless they got a lot of chain left. Now, to me, if you're with the Giants and you shut them out, don't change because it's a 2-minute situation with 5:05 left. I can see, though, they're 4 deep. Everybody's off. They're going to give anything they want short and underneath. And they're 4 deep. Both corners are running off. See, look how far the corners are off, Kevin. They haven't been there all day.
They put more time on the clock. Esiason got what he wanted. 5:05. Now it begins to go. And here comes Esiason. Hit as he throws. Pass dropped off the fingertips of Anthony Edwards. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Michael Strahan. Cedric Jones, the top pick out of Oklahoma, coming up the middle and getting in the face of Esiason.
The defensive line for the Giants probably played as good as I've seen last week on film. And they've come right back and done it now 2 weeks in a row.
2nd down, 10, 5 to play.
Full press corners. Excuse me, Kevin. Now they're full press. Now they're not soft. Now they're after.
Esiason, good time, and the throw right on the money. And he's got his receiver, Marcus Dowdell. It's a gain of 16 to the 45, and upcoming, Jerry, will be just the 4th play in the 2nd half that the Cardinals have run in Giant territory. 1st and 10. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He was drilled by Strahan. 2nd and 10.
Well, Boomer's throwing absolutely nothing to his left, and you got to remember he's left-handed. And I don't know if it's Jason Sehorn or what the reason is. He's not even looking over to that side, and maybe they don't want to get the ball around Jason.
Sehorn usually plays the right side with Philippi Sparks out. He moves to the left. Thomas Randolph goes to the right. Sparks, arguably their best cornerback, will come back next week, but again missing today.
He may be looking at Strahan coming in on him on such good pass rush. That may be why he's looking off to his right.
2nd down and 10. Good pickup there of the blitz. Here comes Esiason going deep and broken up, incomplete. They had double coverage between rookie Percy Ellsworth and Jason Sehorn, and the receiver Rob Moore was sandwiched between the two of them.
Well, Jason's a guy that hasn't played a lot of football. He was a safety and a corner in college. He got in a little trouble there, but was saved by Ellsworth. He had his back turns to the ball. Jason did. He didn't know where the ball was coming. And you got to thank that safety. You got to thank old Percy for help on that one.
Moore's only had 1 catch today. 3rd down and 10. 16-0 the Giants. Boomer Esiason throws, and it's incomplete. Frank Sanders got high. Coverage applied by Conrad Hamilton. It'll be 4th down.
And a nice try there by Frank Sanders trying to get that. The ball's thrown too high, but he's got the courage. He knows he's going to get whacked. Watch his left arm go up. Watch him try to pull this. That's his right hand, and couldn't get it.
Looked like he was going up for a line drive in baseball. He used to play baseball in the College World Series with Auburn.
4th down, Kevin.
Got to get to the 35. Esiason from the shotgun. And almost picked off. And Jesse Campbell came just that close to his 3rd pick today. Percy Ellsworth swats it away.
Hey, that's 2 big plays by Percy. You get Percy in this 2-minute situation, he jumped up and played. Watch 43 sitting right here. He's the guy that discourages the wideout entirely. Right. Oh, good little bang on him. Oh, Marcus, I don't think Marcus wanted that when he saw Percy coming. I never thought a Giant Cardinal game would get down between a Marcus and a Percy, but there it is.
They lose it on downs to the 45-yard line, Jerry. 12 Arizona possessions today. 12 possessions, 8 punts, 2 interception, 1 blocked field goal. They lost it on downs right there. Wheatley in the backfield, 1st down and 10. Wheatley gets the call. And the former Michigan Wolverine picks up 2. Bernard Wilson the stop. 2nd down and 8. Clock ticking. Now stopped at 4:09. Cardinals call time. Danny Kanell and the Giants lead it 16-0. Kent Graham, Dave Brown knocked out early with injuries. Brown with the back, Graham with the knee. Esiason has come in, thrown 2 picks. Kanell has come in, his first career touchdown pass. Rodney Hampton, his best day of the year, 94 yards.
It's hard to believe Hampton has not had a 100-yard game yet. And he won't get it today because they're running Tyrone Wheatley in there.
And he takes a 2nd and 8 handoff up to the 49, picks up 2. Bernard Wilson with another tackle. He's got to be close to double figures. That'll set up 2nd down. Make it 3rd down and 6. And a dejected Cardinal bench. It's Larry Centers right there on your screen.
Larry Centers, a guy that's going to break every record there is for receiving for a back, but not today when he lost the quarterback and they just couldn't get it done today.
Chicago trying to hold on against Tampa. Pittsburgh was walking all over the Rams. Atlanta looking for their first win. 0-8 coming into today, and Carolina lost last week in Philadelphia.
Carolina lost a lot of offensive linemen, had their center put on suspension, and they've lost some guards. They got to move everybody around, so Carolina not as good as what they've been.
Baltimore holding on to a quick lead late in the game. Interesting day. Later today, Minnesota, Kansas City will be a good one. Some of our viewers will get to see the Redskins and the Buffalo Bills on Fox.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, and tonight San Francisco takes on New Orleans.
You can't watch that tonight. You got to watch the X-Files.
Excuse me, after the X-Files?
X-Files, 9 o'clock. That beats any ball game.
After nonstop Fox, then go over and watch the football. 3rd down and 6. Comfortable lead for the Giants. Wheatley not finding much comfort outside, and he picks up maybe a half yard, and that's it. It'll be 4th down. This upcoming will be the 16th punt of the game, 8 on each side.
Let me tell you, that was...
Ooh, and Wheatley's down.
Yeah, well, you should have seen the hit.
Well, I saw the hit.
Man, did he get whacked. There's 5 minutes left in this game, or 3 minutes, and there's no quit in the Cardinals. That was a full-speed whack by a big man. We want to show it to you because there's 4 minutes left in this thing. It's a toss sweep.
Bankston and Rice, Jerry, had him.
I think it's Bankston, the heavy hitter, right there, 63. Whoa. Wow.
And then Rice got him from behind.
And one thing about Bankston, we've watched him play enough. He will never surrender. He will never quit. He doesn't watch the score. There's the hit right there. He buckled. The minute 63. That's Michael Bankston, the most consistent player. He's not a great player. He's a consistent, good player that spills his guts.
Now there is quite a attention being paid to Tyrone Wheatley on the field. Ronnie Barnes is somewhere in the middle of that group taking a look at him, but boy, they got out there in a hurry, and they sent about all their artillery out there to take a look at him.
Well, I was looking at 63, Michael Bankston pursuing, and he never broke stride. So you call that full speed contact. He didn't have to break stride. The back was cutting, and he hit him running as fast as he could run. And when Bankston brings the load, he brings it.
3:54 left in this one. Injury timeout.
You don't see much of this. This is all the Cardinals, and Dan Reeves walked out there. That's not good, and nobody wants anybody injured, especially Michael Bankston. He hit him fair and square. You don't often see the other team come over and everybody watch. Here's the full speed contact, and he's cutting back into him, and he put his pads down. He had his pad under his pad. Usually, talk about Tyrone Wheatley. He had pad under pad, so he had leverage. And usually you don't get hurt if you're the low man. But he got hit by a big man. And I know Michael Bankston, we've interviewed him. He doesn't want anybody hurt. He just loves to play as hard as he can play. And he didn't want to hurt anybody. He just wanted a chance to get the ball back.
Wheatley had an injury right off the bat last year with the New York Giants. Pulled a hamstring after holding out during training camp. Came back. First touchdown was against the New Orleans Saints here. Kind of worked his way in. They got him to take the place of Hampton, but it shows you too exactly what they think of Hampton, that they want the two of them there together. And they still think Hampton's got some good games left, and he's shown it today. But as you take a look at the injuries, Graham, the lone serious injury for Arizona. Interestingly enough, coming into this game, the Giants have been pretty healthy until the last couple of weeks. They've lost Sparks. They lost Amani Toomer. They lost Keith Hamilton, who did come back today. They've lost Dave Brown today. They lost their tight end Aaron Pierce today to an injury. And now they got Tyrone Wheatley, who has been down now for a couple minutes on the field. And they're going to bring the cart out onto the field, as you see right there.
And you notice that that pad, it looks like a board, has a neck brace on it. This is the neck brace going along, and they evidently want his head put in that neck brace. Let's see what they do with the neck brace. If they open that up, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. No, he pulled that one off, and that's Velcro. He pulled that one off.
But it should also be stated too, Jerry, that even when there is the smallest hint of a stinger or numbness, they will bring this out. So many players, in more than 95% of the cases, will get in that thing just for a precautionary measure. They'll be taken back, they'll be taken off, the x-rays will be taken, and every NFL stadium is equipped with x-ray equipment. And they'll take a look and see if he continues. But you know, at the very end of that play, when the trainers came out on the field, he raised up himself. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
He lifted his head when Ronnie Barnes, the trainer, came in and said, "What?
I think Tyrone's got a little bit more shoulders than that."
What was wrong? What was wrong?" And he looked like he raised up himself.
And you know, it was a tough run. He saw the contact coming, and he laid leather. He went pad under pad and went flat back. So he didn't get hit from the blind side or anything. He knew contact was coming.
One of the first questions those doctors ask when they get out to a player like that.
Well, they want to know, are you numb? Is there some area you can't move? Is there something that you feel you can't move? Don't move your head. They never want you to move your head. You know, can you move your toes? Can you move your hands?
It would be reassuring, I think, to everyone if you could see him move his hand or move his foot just briefly, and his feet right down in that area.
No, that's the guy kneeling down.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this is his head right here.
But I think there's his pad right there.
No, see this? That's him right there. No. They got him up. Did not take his helmet off, Kevin.
Maybe a win for the Giants, but it has been a costly win in terms of injuries. And more times than not, like we said, this is more precautionary than anything else. Injury timeout. They take off Tyrone Wheatley. We send it back to our Fox television studio and James Brown.
Eagles keep battling back, Kevin. Take a look at Gary Anderson, the former Steeler. 30-yard field goal. He bangs it home. Eagles take a 3-point lead with 2:35 left in the game in Irving. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
Well, we sure hope he's okay. But I don't see anything moving, but that's precautionary. They probably told him not to move anything.
.354 left in this one. 16-0 Giants. Mike Horan, who got off a 19-yarder the last time he punted, gets off a beauty here. Under Dowdell and takes him out of bounds. Nice directional kick by Horan.
No place to return that one.
And there's a penalty flag at the 47-yard line. It's against the Giants.
Ineligible downfield on the kicking team. Number 41.
He reported it 10 minutes ago.
Special teams coach Pete DeCamillis. Joe DeCamillis, excuse me.
No foul.
He was the guy that was legal to go downfield. That's what they argued and won, that he was the widest man.
Well, the Giants will be at Carolina next Sunday night. And they'll be at Arizona. Big game against Dallas, Philadelphia, Miami. That'll be a tough trio of opponents right there. And Carolina will be tough next week down in Charlotte.
Carolina again today getting beat by the Atlanta Falcons. Carolina on the road has not had any success. They're just successful, it seems, at home.
1st and 10. They toss it out. Caught by Larry Centers. And Esiason's drop back was so deep and the run so short, he only picked up 2 yards. The word from the locker room is that when he was hit, he was unconscious. He did wake up, but nothing more than that yet has come to us. And we will try to update you further. 2nd down and 8. Esiason throws, pass caught by Anthony Edwards. He rolls for a first down to the 25. It's a gain of 9.
And a nice job by Boomer, because the Giants roll a zone to the side he wanted to throw, and it would have been picked off. He read it and put the ball back in the middle.
First down and 10. Esiason again, he goes to Anthony Edwards, and this time he bobbles it and drops it at the 39. Incomplete pass. 2nd down 10.
To have a comeback, you got to hang on. You know, Kevin, you can't drop him. You got to come back. The drop ball kills you.
And if he was just taking the place of Graham right now, you'd say, well, a lefty and a righty and the difference of the spin and all that, but it's been all game.
That's right. The practice for both quarterbacks were the first half, and they had to both get out of the second half. And you got to love the Giant young man, Danny Kanell. He got better in the second half. 2nd down 10. Second option, Larry Centers. He's got to get to the 35. He gets to the 36, make it the 37 with an extra move, and he picks up 12 and gets a first down. Second effort by Larry Centers. Should have been tackled. Just kept working, trying to move the ball down the field.
7 catches today for Centers. 1st and 10. Second reception made. Frank Sanders, and he goes to the 43, and he picks up 6, setting up 2nd down and 4.
Well, the Giants have gone to a 3-man line. Now there's a 3-man line all the way, so you're not seeing much pressure in there.
2nd and 6. Centers, another catch, his 8th of the day. He's got the first down near midfield.
Let him up, let him up, let him up.
Which will take us to the 2-minute warning. Gain is 6, 2-minute warning. 1:57 left in this one. Giants holding on to a 16-0 lead. 16-0 Giants. Our Miller Lite play of the game. Quarterback Danny Kanell's touchdown pass to wide receiver Thomas Lewis. This is the first career touchdown pass of the rookie Kanell.
And that's a nice play, but you also got to say the Giant defense on 3rd and short could be. They won a lot of 3rd and shorts, which changed this game too.
Good point. 1st and 10 pass. Great catch made by Frank Sanders inside the 25. That's a gain of 25. The Cardinals have 1 timeout. Giants have all 3. Esiason looking to the end zone. Incomplete. What a stick made by Percy Ellsworth.
Percy Ellsworth. The last series, he was the dominant force, and he made the hit again this time.
They got some good-looking rookies in that secondary.
Wow.
Ellsworth, a rookie free agent from Virginia. Hamilton, a 7th-round pick out of eastern New Mexico.
Nice player. Percy's knocking him down. He probably could have picked that one off, but he thought he'd knock that guy down.
The Giants have now almost 26 quarters without allowing a touchdown pass. 2nd down 10.
Went back to a 4-man rush.
Esiason to the end zone. Incomplete. 1:30 left. 3rd and 10 coming up. Giants leading 16-0. Jerry, as a defensive coordinator that you once were and that Mike Nolan is now, I mean, getting that shutout is a big deal.
Oh, it's a big deal for everybody that plays defense, everybody that coaches it, in their families. Nobody else cares. But your mama cares and your wife cares. Nobody else cares. Get the shutout. It's nothing like a goose egg.
I'm looking back at your wife and she's rolling her eyes. I don't think she cared. 3rd down and 10.
They got Corey Miller as a defensive end now. The linebacker's playing pass rush.
Esiason, look at the time. And it is dropped in the end zone. Jason Sehorn knocked it away from Rob Moore. 4th and 10.
And Boomer hung on to the ball as long as he could. In fact, Corey Miller was trying to sack him. Oh, he's got to catch that one right through him.
The Giants have gone 6 games without their defense allowing a touchdown pass.
That's amazing with the rules in the 90s.
Now Gus Frerotte threw one on a fake field goal, but that wasn't against the defense. That was against the special teams. 4th down and 10. Esiason again, great time. The throw, and it's caught. A first down at the 7. Rob Moore, 18-yard gain. That's his second reception today.
And one thing about Boomer, he's been there. He's been behind. He's been fighting to get in. He's fighting as hard as he can fight to get in. Look at that pass protection.
Esiason to the end zone, and it is dropped. Incomplete. Marcus Dowdell. Second and goal. 56 seconds left. One timeout for Arizona left.
Their last shutout, Kevin, was 6 years ago. Look at that, against the Lions in 1990. So they're fighting as hard as they can fight.
McElroy in the game. Second down, goal from the 7. And they're going to blow this one dead before it's even allowed to begin.
Giants call timeout.
Timeout. The first burned by Dan Reeves in the second half.
He's mad about the timeout. He didn't want it called.
Still no word on Tyrone Wheatley. We, like you, very anxious to find out the young man's condition.
Oh, right now, that's more important than anything that's going on. Is just hope he's okay. Dan's cheating. Dan's got on gloves. He's got on a nice coat and tie. He looks well dressed. But you can see he's got on his gloves. He's trying to hide his hands. I never thought you could coach in a cold weather game if you're dressed up like Admiral Byrd.
Right.
You gotta show, and that's what Dan's doing here. He's showing weather don't bother me. You gotta do that.
I think he may be the only coach that does not wear the NFL sanctioned shirts and jackets. And am I correct on that?
You know, he decided when he was in Denver with Elway that he was in a rage on the sideline and he was out of control screaming that he says, I'll be better controlled if I dress up. And that's when he went to the coat and tie when he was with the Broncos.
He had a clothing deal in Denver, and he's carried that on to New York. Hey, second down goal. 13th play of the drive. Esiason dropped at the goal line. Incomplete. Frank Sanders was double teamed.
Well, the Giant fans are unbelievable. The ones that are here know what they're fighting for. These fans are trying to help the defense like the score was 0-0. These fans, you got to love them. They're screaming and hollering, trying to get a shutout along with their team.
Cardinals, that was the 5th drop by Cardinal receivers today.
And Percy was there again. I'm going to wrap this Percy up and take him home with me.
He was a good one.
Good cigar there. Came from Cuba.
Third and goal from the 8. Esiason with great time and throws, and that's too high. It's incomplete. 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. Upcoming Sanders had it in his hand but couldn't lasso the pass.
Right down in front of us, Kevin. About every 5th seat is empty, but they stand up when the ball goes in there. This crowd is hollering for a shutout. Good underneath coverage. He did the right thing. Once you cross the goal line, play between him and the quarterback. Make him throw the ball over you or through you. So when they cross the goal line, everybody gets underneath.
So this play means a shutout for the defense. This play means not allowing an opponent touchdown pass for 26 quarters. This is a big play. And a timeout by Esiason. A timeout by Esiason as he burns his last one off the board.
Well, Marcus couldn't get lined up. That's why he's marked. Marcus, number 84, could not see him. Get lined up. You're on the line of scrimmage. That's what he's telling him.
Well, might as well use the timeout and not leave anything on the board.
Well, you don't want a penalty. You don't want to throw a touchdown and have it brought back.
45 seconds left. Esiason replacing the injured Kent Graham. Cardinals will play at Washington. Giants at home. Philly at home. They go to Minnesota and they play Dallas. But look at the records of these teams: 7-1, 6-2, 5-3, 5-3.
Well, you're good on that telestrator. Let me see your finger now. See, I knew it. He's playing with my telestrator.
You ever watch the Three Stooges? Look at my 2 fingers.
Oh, right in the eye. Oh, that wasn't nice.
Good day for Rodney Hampton. Almost 100 yards, and he had to eat up clock and eat up yards, and that's what he did.
And he's sitting next to Ron Stone, a good back, always sits next to one of those pulling guards.
And usually feeds him, too.
Yeah, say, boy, you did good for me today. Now, that's not the pulling guard. That's the guy who likes to go straight ahead. Lance Smith has changed this team, and his kids are going to be happy. His kids came down. He said he's taking them to dinner if they win this game.
4th and goal from the 8, 16-0 New York.
Listen to this crowd, Kevin. They're all standing.
Esiason to the end zone, brought down, knocked down with a great play by Thomas Randolph. Frank Sanders was there, and they caught the ball inside. Randolph just about got that ball, and it was snuck in there to Sanders, and the streak of consecutive games and quarters without a touchdown reception has been broken.
And what a catch. What a catch. They even put Strahan back in there to put the pass rush on, and there's the ball. Oh, boy.
He got a hand on it, and Sanders held on to it, and the touchdown is caught, and now they'll try for 2. Quarterback draw, and Esiason gets in.
That's a heck of a play. Now you go to an onside kick, and you got a shot to tie the ball game. You score and go 2 again. This puts the onside kick, a big play.
But no timeouts left.
This was a quarterback draw all the way. Confidence in his toughness sets up. Not a lot of room in there. Here he comes.
It's Percy Ellsworth, 43.
Yeah. And Percy's been a trained killer, but he couldn't stop him at the goal line. How about Boomer running over Percy? We've been bringing on Percy. Percy got run over by Boomer.
So it's 16-8 with the Giants on top.
All the people, Kevin, will go to the left of the kicker. Everybody but one will line up between the hash and the boundary. This guy's a good onside kicker. I had him when we were in Atlanta for a few years. Davis, and he'll try to hit the ball right at the top. He's got to top it. If you hit it here, it won't. If you hit it here, you get the bounce. So you got to top the ball. He used to make a mark on the ball. Bounce. There's the bounce. He got a shot at it.
And recovered by the Giants at the 42-yard line. Jumping on the loose ball was Omar Douglas. No timeouts for Arizona. Giants holding on to a 16-8 lead, and that should do it. But you got to admire Arizona for taking that ball down and sneaking in that pass to Sanders.
And going for 2.
And then going for 2 and watching the greatness of Esiason on that particular drive.
He didn't have a great day, but now he'll get more practice.
But that drive was a well-executed one, and one that it showed more maybe of character than anything else.
Good point. Well, here's hoping that Tyrone's okay. Tyrone Wheatley, if he's well, then it's a good day for everybody in New York.
No word on Wheatley yet, and there goes Vince Tobin across the way. His team had won 3 of their last 4, and for Dan Reeves, his 2nd consecutive win. Winning last week in Detroit in a game that no one thought they had a chance to win, and winning today in a game that people thought they should win against the Arizona Cardinals. Boomer Esiason brought in to take the place of the injured Kent Graham, and Danny Kanell came in to take the place of the injured Dave Brown, out with the back spasm and maybe a leg injury. And he threw his first career touchdown pass today. As you see Steve DeBerg, the quarterback coach, talking with Kent Graham.
That was an unusual injury. No contact. Nobody hit him. It just sort of locked up, sort of broke down.
That's going to do it from Giants Stadium, where the final score is 16-8 the Giants. After these messages, we'll go back to the Fox Television Center for the NASDAQ postgame report, where JB in the game will get you up to date on this week 10 of the NFL season. You're watching Fox Sports coverage of the NFL, home of the Super Bowl.